The hell am I doing calling you?
We good?
I don't know. I just dialed my phone, dialed the radio station, and I got your voicemail. So apparently, I dialed the wrong number. Oh, this is Shane. I don't need to talk to you. You're right outside, for God's sake. Hey, Marv. Alrighty. Okay, give me a test. All right, here we go. I'll just play a little bit of the commercial here. I don't want to do the opening here. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, good evening. We are at Waynesville High School. Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson, and I'm going to thump his. Okay, those are Shane's mics, and here's a little B&B.
There's a new place where all the hipsters are hanging out. It's called the movie theater. Smell that? That's popcorn.
Okay, we've played a little bit of the movie theater. Now we're coming back, and I'm coming. Old Shane's coming here to say something real quick. Hey, you got me, Jim? All right, we're coming back to the phone. All right. Huh? Okay. Okay, try it again.
Hey, Jim, you got me?
All right, that's Jane. This is Marv. Here's B&B
There's
Theater.
a new place where all the hipsters
Hello,
are
come
hanging
on,
out.
play
It's
it.
called the movie theater. Smell that? That's popcorn. After you've purchased
I
your
can hear it.
Okay, something about popcorn. All right, coming back to the phone. All right. Are you there? Yellow. Okay, I am not. Okay, let me turn the commercial up a little bit here. Let me find the damn thing here. Okay, do that. 36. I'll turn the commercial up to 54. I have to kick that out here. Let me try it again real quick, okay? Go ahead.
Hey, Jim, you got me?
All right, that was Shane. This is Marv. Here's the commercial
There's a
again.
new place where all the hipsters are hanging out. It's called the movie theater.
All right, coming back to the phone. All right. You there? That's pretty good. Okay, it wasn't overdriven or anything. Okay, that's what I want to hear. All right, very good. And then I'll let you adjust the total level from in there at the studio once we get on the air. All right, and I've got my cell phone here at 528-3203 in case something happens. All righty? All right, thanks, Jim. All right, bye-bye. Okay. We're ready. Famous last words. Headset up. You still got us? Okay, let me yell in here real quick.
Okay, we're getting ready for Tiger football.
Did you hear any of that? It's not very loud? Okay, well.
How about it now, Jim? You got it now? I'm on there.
You can hear it, but I mean, is it hearable?
How about it now, Jim? Anything?
Okay, hang on, let me get me real quick.
Okay, here I am. That should be plenty loud. Coming back to the phone.
All right. Okay, so are we good? We're good. All right. Well, when this song is over, let me know when it's got about 10 seconds to go. And I'm going to turn on.
It's Tiger football time. It's the 2019 edition of your Waynesville Tigers. Our game being brought to you by Air Serv Heating and Air, Andy's Pizza, Lowe's Chevrolet, Waynesville St. Robert Airport, Sacaleras Ford, Clayton Homes, the Bank of Crocker, Columbia College, Phelps Health, Shelter Insurance Agents, Mike Anthony in Waynesville and Dave Holland in Richland, Memorial Chapels, Odyssey Scuba, Buffalo Wild Wings, the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, St. Robert Glass, and B&B Theaters. Let's get you to the press box in our pregame show first, and then Tiger football.
Well, good evening and welcome into week number 3 of the Waynesville Tiger football season. Marv Luton along with my partner Shane McPherson back with us after a little scouting trip last week. He was scouting steelhead trout somewhere out in the Rockies. I hope you had a real good time.
Oh, yeah, it was a wonderful time. Absolutely beautiful. I had a friend that asked me if we'd ever taken a trip in the fall. We hadn't. And that was the first one ever, and it was absolutely wonderful. Thanks for asking.
Hey, no problem. And, of course, Mike Hartley joined us last week. Mike, thank you for helping us out. I know he's tuned in tonight. We've got a game here tonight. First off, the first week of the season,
Right.
we called a horrible game up at Camden. Well, it wasn't. We called a horrible game. It just wasn't a real good one for the Waynesville Tigers. It was a nasty night, first off. We went against the number 8th ranked team in the state at the time. Lebanon was number 9 in Class 4 at the time. Lebanon is now tied for number 10. Now, how do you drop after you thump two teams? Now, Lebanon has beat up Kickapoo, and they beat up Springfield Central last week, and they still dropped a place in the standings. That shows me no respect.
Well, and plus, that class must be a really just tough class this year. It just, Kickapoo, from what I understand, we beat up Kickapoo pretty good last week in that second half, and that's kind of what we wanted to see. But, yeah, I think that Camden probably has, if not the best, one of the best quarterbacks in the state this year. That kid was very impressive. We're kind of questioning, everybody does the first game, But I think Kfbd kind of proved themselves last week that they're a real formidable team this year and might do something this year, hopefully. And now we look at Lebanon. You know, we got to go past the week that we had last week and go to Lebanon, and we're back to an old flex bone, smash mouth football game. You know, Lebanon's always a big team. They've always coached well by Will Christian, and I mean, just some a good, hard-nosed, like, blue-collar type working, hard corn-fed boys here.
And that's exactly what it's going to be. It is going to be a knockdown, drag-out game that the Waynesville Tigers, like we talked about and like Coach Joe Haynes talked about, you are going to have to put a body on 4 different players coming out of the backfield. The quarterback, the fullback, and both wings are going to have somebody on, because you don't know who's going to get the ball.
Right. With four possible carriers of the ball each play, everybody's got to get a hit. You got to follow your pulls, and you got to do your assignments, and you got to hit people every time. All 27 needs to get hit every play. All these guys that are in motion on this wings, there'll be motion going all over the place. There'll be pulling going off all over the place. Main thing is to do your job, stay in your spot, and hit people all night long.
And number 27 is Cormier Wright. He's not leading this team in yardage, but he's leading the team in carries. He's got 22 carries for 144 yards. The other one we're going to keep an eye on is K.O. Kagi. He wears number 22. He's got 172 yards, but just on 9 carries.
Right.
So that tells me the defense is watching everybody but Kagi.
Right, and you got to understand, too, that, you know, even though Mr. Wright is down on yards a little bit, he delivers some punishment every time he runs the ball. He's 220, he's 5'9", is that correct? 5'9" and 220.
Yeah.
That's a lot of load of a kid. He stays low to the ground. You've got to get low to tackle a kid like that, and they'll just go with good old-fashioned football all night long. You won't see him throw very much. You'll see, hopefully, the clock runs, you know, that kind of deal. I talked to Joe Haynes today, and he said the same thing, you know, just assign him to football, and he doesn't think that their edge is as good as it was last year. He's going to try maybe to attack that edge a little bit. He's really been happy with Sheen, of course, and Eric Richardson has been a real nice addition. But these 2 freshmen that we got this year, I'm telling you what, this Bradford kid, he carries people as a freshman. And that freshman that had to sit out that hurt his high ankle sprain, I think it was in the Camden game.
Yeah, Jashawn Mabry-Lyles.
He said he's 100% tonight.
14 tackles against the Camden Lakers as a freshman.
And out most of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, you know, we've got these 2, I wouldn't want to call them phenoms yet or put that on them yet, but these 2 kids can play. You know, there's some excitement here at Waynesville about this. We're back to the old school colors tonight, too, I see.
We're orange. We look like, I'll tell you what, this is a deer hunt. You could take the Waynesville uniforms here and you could walk out in the deer hunting woods come deer hunting season, and I tell you what, everybody out of the blinds, in the tree stand, everybody would see you, I think, including the deer.
That's why I always love coaching here, because you never had to buy any camouflage for the deer season. You always had some in the club.
That's right. You always had you put on your tiger orange sweatshirt or your tiger orange T-shirt. And you go out there and you go deer hunting. So I mean that's great. And I mean the Tigers they have their orange shirts, orange shirts, and their orange trousers. We look like a whole bunch of pumpkins.
Yeah, it looks like an advertisement for Minute Maid out here or something.
There you go. Hey, our pregame show is brought to you by B&B Theater, along with Buffalo Wild Wings, St. Robert Glass, and the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company. We'll be back in just a moment.
There's a new place where all the hipsters are hanging out. It's called the Movie Theater. Smell that? That's popcorn. After you've purchased your ticket, make your way to the air-conditioned theater. Take a seat, relax, and get ready for the feature presentation.
While the urge to go to the movies hasn't changed since the dawn of motion pictures, the experience has.
B&B Theaters is giving away movie tickets and popcorn every single week. Simply subscribe to the B&B Theaters channel on YouTube to stay up on the latest in upcoming releases and movie trivia. Enjoy the magic of the movies only at B&B Theaters.
At Buffalo Wild Wings of St. Robert's, the perfect time to try a sauce or seasoning that's always piqued your curiosity. Stimulate your taste buds with Caribbean jerk, teriyaki, or salt and vinegar. It's a great time to try something new at Buffalo Wild Wings, Old Route 66, St. Robert.
So put your phone on pipe down mode and come to B-Dubs where the screens are huge and the fans are you. Your hands will be so filled with wings and beers, you'd be hard-pressed to hold one of those nerdy pocket TVs. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar!
Back here, Mark Luton along with Shane McPherson. One thing, we talked about the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Let's put a couple of kudos on this Waynesville Tiger team. Coach Joe Haynes said, everybody in the Ozark Conference is going to know that we have more than just Sheen Butler-Lawson running the football. And like you said, Evander Bradford, along with Eric Richardson, they both ran last week. We had Deron Anderson running the football for the Tigers, but Deron mostly used last week as a defender, and he did a heck of a job as a defender. And a lot of times, if you are one of the premier running backs, you get on the back end, a linebacker or a corner, I'll tell you what, you're kind of worn out by the end of the game. And if you could stay strictly on defense as a linebacker, you're going to be a much better linebacker.
Right, yeah. That's to have kids go both ways, especially in the first part of the season, is really kind of a gamble because, you don't have your legs on you. We've got a really beautiful night for football. I don't think we may have a heat timeout in the first quarter, but when the sun dips down over the trees, it's going to be an absolutely wonderful night for football. But playing kids both ways is sometimes dangerous this part of the year. However, Lebanon's doing it. So,
well, and I guess, these kids are all conditioned, both Lebanon and Waynesville. The Lebanon Yellow Jackets have rushed for a total of 799 yards, while the Waynesville Tigers' total yards has been 640. Now, Lebanon has rushed for 351, the Tigers for 354. So we've got actually a few more rushing yards than the Lebanon Yellow Jackets coming into this contest. And again, Lebanon, they've only thrown the ball 7 times.
That is something.
Yeah, in 2 games.
It really is.
Yeah, they're 4 of 7 in the 2 games. One thing we're going to have to watch the Tigers tonight are penalties and turnovers. We have talked about that time and time again. That is one thing that the Tigers, again, they cut their penalties well under half last week. We only had 50 yards in penalties. Against Camden, we had like 135. And again, when you cut your penalties in half and cut your turnovers down, you can win ball games.
Absolutely. You always win ball games when you get those big 3, and your special teams have to play key too. And like you said, Aaron, put 3 in the end zone, hit 1 from 30. That's a major deal.
You bet. B&B Theater, along with Buffalo Wild Wings, St. Robert Glass, and Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company have been our pregame sponsors. We're back. Your kickoff coming up.
When there is a need for glass repair, there's only one name you need to remember: St. Robert Glass. Serving the area since 1963, St. Robert Glass repairs mirrors, screens, windows, glass doors, shower doors, and so much more. St. Robert Glass. Quality work from a team that you can trust, specializing in both residential and commercial glass needs. That's St. Robert Glass. VFW Memorial Drive in St. Robert, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., or you can call 336-4122.
I'm Nate.
And I'm Kate.
And we're not just literal taste buds. We're best buds. And we love Pepsi.
Sure, we live inside your mouth.
But that doesn't mean we don't enjoy the finer things.
Pepsi incoming!
Amazing.
That's what I was thinking.
It's like we share the same mouth, Kate.
Forever and ever, Nate.
Make your taste buds happy and pick up a delicious, refreshing Pepsi.
Well, the marching band has just completed our national anthem. The color guard getting ready to march off the field. The Waynesville Tigers will be coming out of the locker room momentarily. The Lebanon Yellow Jackets are starting to make their way onto the field right now. As soon as the band if the band will not refuse to yield here as the song goes. Waynesville went from last place to first place last week in the district standings, and that's one thing with this district the Tigers are in. Now, there's Waynesville, Parkview, Glendale, and Springfield Central. Only 4 in this Class 5 District 5 bracket. And the Waynesville Tigers, the first week, I think we ended up with maybe 5 points against the Lebanon Yellow against Camden. And we jumped all the way up to the top with a 1-1 record. Parkview is number 2, Glendale number 3, Springfield Central number 4. Now, this week Glendale has Springfield Central. Parkview has Kickapoo. That could be a dogfight down there in Springfield. And Waynesville has Lebanon. Again, Lebanon is a Class 4 team. Should we lose to Lebanon, we will get more points to deducted from us because we're Class 5. Right. So we'll see what happens. I think this bracket that the Tigers are in is going to seesaw all year long. Lebanon, they're in the Class 4 District 5 bracket. Camden is the number 1 seed so far. Lebanon at number 2. Camden with 63 points. Lebanon with 58. Helias is at number 3. Washington 4. Rolla at number 5. Rolla is 1-1. Rolla with 37.5 points, followed by Union, Marshfield, and Pacific. And then the Kickapoo, I think Kickapoo, they are in the Class 6 District 3 bracket. Joplin, along with Lafayette and Wildwood out of the Six Flag area. And then Marquette and Northwest Cedar Hill, all of those are 2-0, all Class 6 schools. They're in it with Lindbergh, Kirkwood, Jefferson City, and Kickapoo is on the bottom of that pile at 0-2, and they only have 12 points all year. So Kickapoo has nowhere to go but up. The Wadesville Tigers are on the field as we hear the eye of the tiger as the band, or actually the band takes the sidelines, and the Waynesville Tigers come on the field again, decked out in their orange jerseys, their orange trousers. White is the color for Lebanon, but luckily Lebanon has black numbers instead of those gold numbers, which are impossible to read. If you're way up here.
Yeah. That was just one of those deals that, it was tough last year. Those were nice uniforms and everything, but we want to thank Will for doing that to the uniforms so that we can actually call the numbers this year.
Yeah, I actually talked to the guys from our affiliate, KJO, and they said they think they got rid of those gold numbers. Now, if they did it in basketball, that would be even better because they're even tougher to read, and you're a lot closer on a basketball floor than you are up here in the press box, which you're, maybe a couple of hundred, it seems like sometimes a couple of 100 yards away. The Waynesville Tigers have had 6 turnovers so far this year. They fumbled the ball 4 times, have had 2 picked off, while their opponents have had 4. 2 interceptions and 2 fumbles. That's what the Tigers have forced. And again, the penalty is going to be a big key here in this contest. We'll take another break, hear from some of our fine sponsors during our pregame show, which has been brought to you by Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, St. Robert Glass, Buffalo Wild Wings, and B&B Theater. We have your kickoff coming up.
At Clayton Homes of Lebanon, with a variety of manufactured homes right on the lot. And right now, see the Delight Home, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, starting at $31,995 after incentives, and that price includes delivery, setup, and air conditioning. Now that is a deal. While helping you get into this new home, Clayton Homes of Lebanon will offer you several options in lenders. Clayton Homes of Lebanon, exit 130 off I-44, or visit ClaytonLebanon.com. I'm here in the middle of the beautiful Ozarks.
I'm in one of the most exciting phases of my life.
But it's definitely time to relocate to a place of my own.
Somewhere I can power nap in peace.
Where I can have my buddies over anytime I want.
Somewhere close to where I need to be when I need to be there.
I wonder what my housing options are.
Alford Beatty Communities offers move-in ready 2, 3, and 4 bedroom homes in both single family and townhome styles. Located in Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri, our residents enjoy a secure and comfortable hometown environment with the convenience of 24-hour maintenance, lawn care services, and community events. For more information, call Balfour Beatty today at 573-329-1013.
Finally, in the Fort Wood area, St. Louis-style pizza, the flavor you love at a price you can afford. At Andy's Pizza, 690 Missouri Avenue in St. Robert. Enjoy Andy's all-you-can-eat buffet daily from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Or every Monday, you can buy 1 pizza and get another pizza free. Enjoy specialty pizzas or build your own pizza with a large range of popular toppings. Lots of salads, lunch specials, and appetizers, too, such as toasted ravioli, wings, mozzarella sticks, sandwiches, and more. Dine in, carry out, or have it delivered in St. Robert, Waynesville, or Fort Wood. Why drive over 100 miles to St. Louis? St. Louis-style pizzas are here now at Andy's Pizza in St. Robert.
At Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge in in St. Robert, we're here to serve you with outstanding sales and service. Whatever your preference, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, along with access to Ford and Chevrolet, all under one roof. At Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge, you'll also find the area's largest stock of used vehicles with over 300 to choose from, all clearly marked on windshields and online. See for yourself with a visit to Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 909 Missouri Avenue, St. Robert, or online at lindsay-chrysler.com.
The captains are out at midfield, and the four captains for the Waynesville Tigers include Kevin Poinsett, along with Sheen Butler-Lawson, Mike Lewis, and Joshua Ash, along with Coach Joe Haynes, who has shook hands with Coach Will Christian of the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, and we are in the midst of the instructions and soon to be the coin toss, which has already been done. They do that prior to ever going out on the field, so it is just pretty much, cosmetic what they're doing out there at halftime. But our coin toss is brought to you by Security Banks of Pulaski County. Put your coins in Security Bank and watch your money grow. Good crowd here at Tiger Town here tonight. Everybody decked out in their color rush. A lot of orange showing up here at Tiger Stadium. All right, the coin toss has been completed. The Waynesville Tigers are 2-0 on the coin toss this year. Now they are 2-1. Lebanon has won the coin toss, and Lebanon has decided to put their offense on the field first.
Not surprising.
This is a different trend than we have seen in
the
past years.
Sure, you always wanted to see, and it switches. It'll go back and forth. But, yeah, we've been seeing it, when we coached all back through, it was always defense first. You always want to take the defense. That way you had the ball in the second half and all that kind of stuff. But now, you're right. For this year, I think this is the first year we've seen a lot of that starting to change where they're taking the ball off the bat. I don't doubt why Lebanon does it, so they can kind of see how they're going to control. To get the scores that they're getting, they're controlling the clock a lot in the first two weeks. So I want to see if that's what they're going to go with. I know that they have a lot of big plays against Central. It's just going to be one of those interesting football games to see how it goes. If we get hot early, we could upset these guys in a big, big way comparatively to what everybody's calling. So
yeah, what did we win 3 games last year? We had a big game against Springfield Central. Central is still in a rebuilding process, so yeah, they are struggling. One of the highlights last week was Aaron Choi of the Waynesville Tigers. He is their kicker, and he put at least 3, maybe 4 of them in the end zone for touchbacks, plus kicked a 30-yard field goal. So Choi has improved. He could put his foot into this football, and if you can pin any team, including Lebanon, back into the end zone and make them go from the 20 rather than the 30 or 40-yard line, and field position means everything in the world.
Well, as you know, Marv, a good kicking game can win a lot of districts, a lot of championships.
Yes, they can, and you can go back to 2007 to talk all about it. We are underway, week 3, as Choi boots this thing away. It is deep. It's going to be fielded into the end zone, and that is going to be a touchback. And Lebanon will put the ball in play, making the play. Actually, at about the 1-yard line was K.O. Kagi, and his momentum carried him back into the end zone. And apparently we have had some kind of smoke bomb go off here because of the kickoff. And
student body.
And we've got a lot of fog out there right now.
Yeah, but one thing about Joe told me today was that Lebanon's big, and they are, but they're not as big. So I would agree with that. They're big.
Kurt Mobley is the quarterback. Quamir Wright is the back, the lone setback right now.
Oh, checking.
They're going to check and see if they can put somebody else in motion, which they do, and Wright gets the handoff up the middle he goes. The Waynesville Tigers have a good beat on him, but he is going to pick up 5 on the first play of this football game.
Well, the thing about it is I see us tackling a little bit high right off the bat. We got to get him low. A big kid like that with big legs like he's got, you've got to get him low.
Quamir Wright, again, 5'8", but 225. He is a fullback type body, and he will put his head down and he will bowl through you. Again, Wright is the lone setback. Mobley the quarterback. He works under center. And Kagan goes in motion. He gets the ball, rolls to the outside. He's got some room. He's down the sideline to the 50, to the 40, and we are not going to catch him. This is going to be a 75-yard touchdown run by number 22, Keegan. Keegan or Kale Keegan.
Kale Kagi.
Kagi. I got it.
You got it. Yeah, he had the alley. He went on that outside sweep. He gave him the pitch, and he went on that outside sweep and had the alley towards their sideline. Got our safety. Our safety didn't have a real good pursuit angle on him, but I was impressed with Kagi's speed for sure because he ran away from us.
He certainly did. And when you can outrun the Waynesville Tigers, let me tell you something. You have got some speed. So the second play from scrimmage, the Lebanon Yellow Jackets are on the board. Extra point is up, and it is barely good, but it made it through the uprights. 7-0. The Jackets on top. We're coming back. The Tigers get the ball when we
You're
return.
Listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM, Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert, and get the good stuff 7 days a week. If you're within the sound of my voice, many moons ago meant you were as close as right next door. We've been through some changes. These days, the sound of one's voice could be across the globe. And while you may not be close, the options we have of doing business right next door is amazing. Take banking, for instance. In 1911, the doors of the Bank of Crocker swung open for the first time. 108 years later, there's 4 Bank of Crocker locations in Crocker, Waynesville, St. Robert, and Richland. But you could be anywhere in the world and still do your banking as if you were at one of their convenient drive-up facilities. The Bank of Crocker has kept up with the new way we do business, but you can still do it with a handshake and a smile from your locally owned Bank of Crocker. Old-fashioned values with modern-day services. Member FDIC.
Back here, Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson. Second play from scrimmage. The Lebanon Yellow Jackets are into the end zone on a 75-yard touchdown run by Kale Kagi. And the kicker for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets getting ready to tee it off. That is Tyler Paul. And let's see, deep for the Waynesville Tigers. This one is going to go to one of the up men and taking a knee at the 26-yard line for the Waynesville Tigers. Heads-up play by Jalen Andrews.
Right.
I mean, he saw there's a lot of Lebanon Yellow Jackets coming. He thought, 26-yard line, that's not bad field position. So
that's a respect kick, too. That's respect for our speed to not get it back to those two guys that can run real fast, and we're about to see them both right now. Look at this.
So the Waynesville Tigers will put Michael Lewis in the backfield. He will work out of the pistol formation. We've got our own flex going on here, and here is the handoff. It's going to go off of left tackle rather. And
Eric Richardson.
It's Richardson wears number 30, so he will be the first ball carrier of this game. We've got Richardson, we've got Bradford, and we have Shane Butler-Lawson in the backfield. Bradford takes a seat now, as Butler-Lawson will line up on one side of Lewis, Eric Richardson on the other, deuces to the left. A gain of 2 on the play, and here is a handoff, and that is going absolutely nowhere. Sheen Butler-Lawson took the football, and the Lebanon Yellow Jackets met him in the backfield and buried him.
Well, they stunted off that side, and I guarantee you they're spying him, just like they have been all year. They're spying him again, and that one linebacker, I believe it's number 5, I think he does nothing but watch, is number 14 for us.
That is Drew McBride. And he is a junior, and he is a good one. Well, our 2-yard gain on the first play turns into a 4-yard loss, so it's third down now and 12 for the Tigers. All alone in the backfield is Lewis. He looks to throw. He's going to be chased out of the pocket, throws this thing down the sideline and out of bounds. I don't think. Now what a catch, though, by Josh Ash.
Oh, we got holding on the offense.
Again, they'll decline that, and they'll get the ball right now. So that was a dandy catch by Josh Ash. He had to tiptoe the sidelines right at the 40-yard line of the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. A good throw by Michael Lewis. It just carried a little bit on the other side out of bounds.
Yep, it did. It was a broken play. He had to scramble out. He did have him open down there, but he just got it sailed on him and went towards the sideline just a little bit.
So the Tigers will bring on Aaron Choi and punt this ball away. Lebanon Yellow Jackets have declined the holding penalty, so it brings up a 4th down now and 12 for the Waynesville Tigers. Choi will kick it away from his 15-yard line is where he'll set his feet.
Now, I wonder if they're going to go for it because they got awful close against Camdenton. Let's hope.
Well, they're going to get some pretty good field position if they just let him kick it.
And they're going to.
Yeah, nice snap that time. The kick is up. And let's see if we get a favorable bounce. Yes, we do. This thing is going to roll to the 30, down to the 25. And that is where it is going to be downed by the Tigers. That thing bounced right at the 40-yard line and took about a 15-yard bounce all the way down to the 25. 1st and 10 for the Jackets.
45-yard kick. You got to like that. That's like what we were saying. Field position is going to be a key. Let's see if we can have a better round this time. On the defense.
Again, second play from scrimmage, 11 and Yellow Jackets. Cale Kagi went around the end and went into the end zone from 75 yards out. Again, in the flex, under center is Mobley. In the backfield is Wright, man in motion.
See, what they're doing, Marv, is they got the guy in motion and they're checking to see how we're adjusting to it. Now, here we go.
Ledbetter goes in motion, hands off to right, and he bulls forward off of left tackle for about 5, 7, maybe 8 yards on the play. Good spot that time by the referees. He had second lunge, gave him those extra 3 yards. So it's going to be second down now and just about 2 for the Jackets.
Yeah, Mr. Wright is an impressive runner. I want you to watch how low he runs, and that's the key and why he's so successful and pounds it just because he runs so low. You remember a man by the name of Robert Newhouse.
Oh, yeah. The little fire plug.
Yes, he was.
So, again, it is going to be Wright. No, that's a quarterback keeper on Mobley's part. And, again, the Tigers, he picks up the first down. The first down of this football game picked up by the quarterback, Mobley.
Well, that was an impressive. He read that right because, we had 2 guys on right now. He pulled that, went around the corner and got the first down. Pretty good read by the quarterback there. Our defense we are penetrating, though. We are getting better in this round.
Picked up 4 on the play. It's 1st and 10. Ball at the 37-yard line for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Their own 37. They are on top by the score of 7-0 here in this contest. With the ball, here is the quarterback on a keeper. He rolls to the outside. Mobley's got some room. He's got a blocker in front, and he gets out of bounds at the 45-yard line, inside the 45, down to about the 43. Another first down for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Blocking out in front. He even had a blocker behind him.
Yep. A lot of them. Did he get 20 on that?
Well, he
almost got 20, didn't he?
35 from the 35 to the, he got 22.
He got 22. Good Lord. He just pulled that one, same play as the last time.
So another first down for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets in Waynesville Tiger territory at the Waynesville 43-yard line. The Jackets on the move on top, 7-0 here in this contest. 8:40 left to go in the opening quarter.
We have a 3 front with a stand-up linebacker. They're coming back this way and giving on the inside trap.
Counter play and a good play that time by the Tigers as they saw Kagi and they wrapped him up, making the play for the Waynesville Tigers coming in on that. Let's see if we can pick up a number.
44?
Yeah, looks like Damian Machuca.
Yep. I'm telling you, I love that kid.
Yeah, Machuca came in from the linebacker position, and he put a hurt on the
you followed your pull. That's exactly what they did, was do their assignments and follow their pull. That's why we were successful, lost 2.
So it's second down now and 12,
wow.
And here is off of the left tackle again, and this is going to pick up those 2 and about 5 more, so it's going to be about a 7-yard gain that time, and that was right.
Yep, and he just hit it hard, and once again, low.
Third down now and about 6 for the Jackets. Kamir Wright again gets it. He is going to be hit short of a first down. Well, maybe. Now let's see if they're going to move the chains. This is going to be pretty close. They're moving them.
Yep.
So Kamir Wright picks up, again, the 3 or 4, actually the 6 yards he needed right at the first down marker. Lebanon working fast from the line of scrimmage, and we've got a penalty flag on the play, and I think we moved.
Yep, I think so, too. In 4 carries, the right kid has 20 yards. That's exactly what he's supposed to be doing, 4 or 5 yards a pop. We're hanging in there with him. We're getting tougher on our side of the ball. We just got to get a little bit lower when we're tackling.
5-yard penalty on the Waynesville Tigers, jumping offside. And again, that was just Lebanon who lined up quickly on the line of scrimmage, threw one man in motion, and we jumped.
1st and 5.
Ball at the 27-yard line of the Waynesville Tigers. Jackets on top by the score of 7-0. Looking to make another one here, and here's a handoff to Kamir Wright. We've got him and drop him at the 25-yard line, but penalty flags fly in the backfield.
Looks like a hold. I don't know on which side. I would guess on their side. That would be excellent.
And we do have a hold that is against the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, and that'll push them back 10.
So now we've got a 1st and 15, which...
Well, it might not be a total. It might not be 15 because I think they're going to mark this thing from, I think, around the 25-yard line.
I guess you're right.
So, and that's where the hold took place. So if they bring that back, that'll go back 10 yards to the 36, and that's going to bring up a first down at about 13, 14.
Well, they're going back the right way anyway.
Get backwards, and if you're a Waynesville Tiger fan, that's what you want. So it brings up 1st and 14. Again, Quamir Wright, we hit him at the line of scrimmage, bring him down. He is still going to get positive yardage, about 3 to 4 on the play. Boy, he just busts out of that backfield fast.
Yeah, he does, but I don't like that bulldog style where we're jumping on the back. I want to get him lower,
Yeah, you're not going to tag. You're not going to grab him very often around the shoulder pads and be able to bring him down.
No, not with those kids with the big legs. We used to know that one kid from Hillcrest had some big legs.
2nd down now and about 7 for the Jackets. And here's a counter play. Goes to Katie to the outside. He's got some more running room. He breaks loose, and he's going to be dropped around the 10-yard line. That is enough for another first down for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. They will pick up their 4th first down of this football game, and they're going to spot this right around the 10-yard line, make it the 11 of the Waynesville Tigers.
Well, that time they called the counter. They had the guy in motion, and they called the counter backside of Kagi, and I'll tell you what, they didn't read their key last time. They got it down block. Our linebacker went over the top instead of staying home, so that's why that worked so well.
So that brings up a 1st and 10 for the Jackets at the 1-yard line, or make it the 11-yard line of the Waynesville Tigers. Here is Quamir Wright. He takes the handoff, and he is stuck at the line of scrimmage. Now, he's going to pick up about a yard, and that was just the extra lunge that he got to get that 1 yard. We hit him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's one of those Fiame brothers. I'm telling you what, those kids are big, strong, smart, coachable, and Mr. Fiame put a hit on him.
Yeah, Marion Fiame is one, and then the other one, of course, Maurice. And Maurice is one of the starters for the Tigers. Where's number 43? 2nd down now and 9 for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Ball at the 10-yard line. In motion goes Kagan, and he gets it to the outside. No, this is Ledbetter, number 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 1-yard line before we knock him out of bounds. Maybe inside the 1. That will be enough for another first down for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. On the carry that time is Isaac Ledbetter. First time we've seen the junior carry the ball here in this contest. We've seen him in motion.
Right. It was just a matter of, they'll get everybody into the mix before it's over.
So it's going to be 1st and goal to go for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets inside the 1-yard line, leading this 7-0 with 5.5 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter. Jackets threatening again.
Everybody says, well, they'll go in their goal line offense. Here, their offense is a goal line offense.
Yeah, every play they have a goal line offense. And here's a quarterback, and he is going to sneak through.
Nope.
Did he make it?
Yep.
Yeah, he finally got in, but not before Mobley had about 3 or 4 tries to get there. We couldn't get him down. He stayed behind his offensive line and bounced off of his offensive line. So Kurt Mobley goes in from the 1 for the 2nd score of the game, both times for Lebanon.
Well, that's not the way we wanted to start the first quarter, that's for sure, and we're already at about 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
So at the 5:07 mark, Jackets put another one in the end zone. Makes it 13-0. The extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 14-0, Lebanon on top of the Tigers. We're coming back with the kickoff.
They're serving up breakfast, lunch, and dinner at JCK's Down Home Cooking. They're new in the former Jitters location next to the Marys County Bank in St. Robert. From early bird specials at $3.99 to other breakfast specials, including a kids menu, to lunch favorites that start at 10:30 in the morning, featuring burgers, patty melts, salad selections, and more. Then there's the dinner entrees with steak, chicken fried steak, pork chops, chicken, and more. Enjoy their daily specials, too, like chicken and dumplings on Sunday for only $3.99. Find JCK's Down Home Cooking on Facebook, then head for the front door. It's open Tuesdays through Sundays at 6 in the morning, closed on Mondays on the Mother Road, historic Route 66, St. Robert, next to the Marys County Bank. Remember Granny's house on a Sunday afternoon? It's back with JCK's Down Home Cooking.
What is it, boy? Your house is on fire? Oh, you mean your AC is out, and your owners won't call AirServe? So why don't you call? Oh, right. I'm the only one who understands dogs. Too hot in your home for you and the dog? Call AirServe today at 855-259-2280 and start breathing easy tomorrow. That's 855-259-2280.
AirServe Heating and Air in Waynesville, just a phone call away.
I think, Shane, it is imperative that we keep this Lebanon Yellow Jacket offense off the field.
Right. We have to get a lot of first downs and come down here and have an answer in this first quarter, stay in this ball game, that's for sure.
Well, let's see if the kicker, who is Tyler Ball, will do what he did last time. The Tigers' deep men are up around the 15-yard line, and the up man is at the 30, and they're going to pooch this one again, and it is going to be fielded at the 25-yard line. I'm not sure which one of the Waynesville Tigers came up to get the football. Let's see who we get off the bottom of the pile that time. Looks like that was Jalen Andrews, and he's going to pick up about, maybe 3 yards after, 4 yards after he caught it on the bounce.
But still a good starting point on the 29, so let's get something rocking and rolling here. Okay, we're coming out with a two-back set.
Jared Hyatt and Josh Ash lined up wide to the left. To the right is Jalen Andrews in the backfield. Shane Butler-Lawson along with Evander Bradford. Bradford on the right of Michael Lewis. Butler-Lawson on the left, and the handoff goes to Bradford. No, it's a keeper by the quarterback.
Change
and
direction,
Butler-Lawson.
block.
He changed directions.
He's
got a couple of blocks, and he is going to be dropped at around the 32-yard line. He got a little swinging going on. That was Charles Willingham, along with one of the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, who continued to block a little bit longer than he probably should have. That's a 5-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 5 now for the Tigers on the, actually, I won't call it a counter play. It was a sweep to the right that Shane Butler-Lawson turned around and went the other way.
That was an athletic play.
That's exactly what it was. Again, Butler-Lawson, no, that's Richardson, and Bradford with the handoff, and he will take it to the, he'll take it to the freshman. He'll take it to the 36-yard. He took a pop and spun around, or is that Lawson? No, that's Sheen.
That's Sheen.
That is Sheen.
He delivered it.
He took a pop, spun around, and continued on lunging forward.
Got 4 more.
That's a 3rd and 1 now, and that is manageable. 14-0. The Jackets on top of the Waynesville Tigers with 4 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter. This is the Tigers' second possession. Again, they need to keep that Jacket offense off the field. They have been pretty potent, and here's the handoff, and we are going to pick up our first down of the football game to the 40-yard line. Goes the running back for the Waynesville Tigers, and again, that is Shane Butler-Lawson on the play, and he will head to the sidelines.
Well, the one thing that's impressive about Sheen right now is, everybody says, he's just so fast, and he's so elusive and all this, but this kid is strong. And, he's been hitting those holes these last 2 plays and blowing a couple of these linebackers for Lebanon back. It's a very, very good sign.
Deuces left, Deuces right. Richardson in the backfield. Now he'll line up in the slot position. Michael Lewis all alone in the backfield. Empty set. Lewis back to throw. Fires this across the middle and just a little bit too high for his intended receiver. That was Jared Hyatt. That pass, again, across the middle, open all day long. The Tigers just missed it.
Yep, it was right there, right in the pocket where it should have been. He just sailed a little bit high.
That's where you need a little bit of a taller quarterback who can see over the top of the lineman, where you can actually bring the throw down a little bit. That one just sailed a little on him. 2nd and 10 now for the Tigers. And Lewis will take it on a quarterback. Keeper up the middle. He goes. The ball is loose. I think the Tigers have got it. Yeah,
Tigers have got it. Good
Tigers
deal.
have it.
And a first down.
That's not how you want to get a first down.
We'll take it.
Michael Lewis had the first down, and then the ball got stripped from him by one of the trailing Tigers, and I think that was Willingham who jumped on that loose football. And the Tigers, again, have their second first down of the contest.
This is what they needed to do.
Ball in Lebanon territory at the Jacket 49-yard line.
And here's that kind of flex bone.
And here is L.J. Bean in the game for the Tigers as a quarterback, and he hands off up the middle. Goes the last back through, and I believe that's Butler-Lawson. He'll go forward for maybe about a yard on the play. They may give him 2.
They gave him
1. Yeah. So Lewis coming back in now for the Waynesville Tigers at the quarterback position. He's got Richardson, he's got Bradford, he's got Lawson, all three of them in the backfield. We're using our own flex single wideouts, one to the left, one to the right. Lewis back to throw, a little shot out in the flat. The pass is caught and knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Good play that time, and again, that is into the hands of Jared Hyatt. That's going to be close to a first down. They're going to spot it at the 41-yard line of the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. So we're going to be 2 yards shy of a first down, third and a deuce now for Waynesville. The Tigers marching the ball down the field, trailing 14-0 here in the opening quarter, 2:23 left to go.
Mr. Haynes giving Lebanon a little taste of no.
Yeah, we're going to have a penalty flag, and I don't know whether we moved or the Jackets jumped. I saw Lebanon on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Did we draw them offside? And it will be a 5-yard penalty on the Tigers.
I think the center's hand slipped a little bit off the ball and moved that ball a little bit. Then he tried to scramble it.
And the Tigers center, again, is Gavin Kaava. And I hope I pronounced his name properly. I think he comes from a place where they have a lot of water around the...
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and it's really beautiful water, too, from what I understand.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's Hawaiian, folks.
Yes.
And we've had several here at Waynesville. So it's going to be third down now at about 7. Handoff up the middle. It goes to Sheen Butler Lawson. He is going to come up shy of the first down by about 2. But I think we're in 4-down territory at this point in time. We are at the 41-yard line. I don't think we punt this football.
Not with 2 to get, no. But I'm really impressed with Sheen tonight, man. He's just really running the ball hard. He's hitting the hole hard tonight, like he's going after these Lebanon guys, which is really nice to see.
Deuces left, 1 to the right. Lawson in the backfield. Lewis lines up in the pistol formation. And here is Lawson up the middle, and he is going nowhere. He is going to be stopped, maybe a half a yard gain on the play, and the Tigers are going to turn the ball over on downs to the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. I don't know whether he slipped out of the backfield or whether he might have been tripped a little bit as he went through the hole by either the quarterback or maybe stumbled over one of the linemen's feet.
And they had a stunt on that one where it had the linebacker right in the area that he was going to, and he tried to cut it back, and there was nobody there.
So it's 1st and 10 for Lebanon. They'll put it in play on their own 40-yard line, leading this 14-0, 1:34 left to go here in the opening quarter.
Okay, so let's get us through this quarter.
Let's get a stop.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
We need a stop right here, too. Need a big play, need a turnover, something to happen good for Waynesville right here.
Let's see if Coach Klutz has been able to readjust his defense. And here is a quarterback keeper, Mobley to the outside. He was hit, but we could not drop him. He cut in. They popped him, and I think that was Poinsett who hit him, but he wasn't able to knock him down. Mobley went lunging forward for a gain of about 3 on the play. Make it 4. It's 2nd down now and 6 for the Jackets.
Yeah, I thought we had him right there. The linebacker did his job, but he got by him.
Ball spotted at the 43-yard line. Tigers in again in a 3-5 formation, and here's a handoff to Wright. He is hit at the line of scrimmage, and they're going to drive him back. I think he picks up a yard on the play. I think they'll probably spot this right around the 45-yard line, which they do. That'll bring up a 3rd down now and 5 for Lebanon. And we've got a Tiger down on the field. There was some extra pushing, trying to shove the running back right backwards.
23.
That would be Deron Anderson for the Waynesville Tigers that is down on the field. We will take a break while they attend to Deron, and we'll be right back.
University offers associate and bachelor degree programs at their Fort Wood Campus Center. Additional degree programs are available entirely online. Courses can be completed in 8-week sessions rather than the traditional 16-week semester. Sessions start 5 times a year, giving you multiple entry points. Park also offers additional graduate and certificate programs online. Military and civilians are welcome. Application fees are waived for military personnel. Park accepts VA benefits, tuition assistance, financial aid, and payment plans are available. Park University, a regionally accredited non-profit university. Save time, save money, accelerate your education. 329-2798 or go online, park.edu/go, Leonard Wood.
Well, Deron Anderson comes off the field on his own power, which is good news, kind of favoring that left leg a little bit. And I think probably somebody maybe even ran up it as he was pushing right, the ball carrier. That was Quamir Wright for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets backwards. 3rd and 5. Big third down play now for this Waynesville Tiger team.
Huge.
43 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter. They would like to get a stop here. Here is the snap. Back to throw. Is Mobley on a counter. He gives it to Mavely, and there he goes. Down the sideline to the 30, to the 20. Cuts it back across the middle. He is going into the end zone. However, back at the 40-yard line is one of those little yellow hankies. We'll see how this all pans out. That would be in the backfield of the Lebanon Yellow Jackets is where this penalty flag was thrown. And
the only thing that I could get was maybe be a hold on that backside, and that's why he had so big time.
That's what it is. It's a hold on the backside, and again, it was a counter to number 22. That was K.L. Kagi. Yep. And he made it out to the outside, cut it up the middle, and went into the end zone from 45 out, or actually from about 50 out. But this one was actually committed at the 41-yard line, so they'll mark it back 10 yards from the 41.
Right.
Which will make it, in essence, 9 yards pass behind the original line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down now and about, I'd say, 14, 15?
Oh, I'm gonna call it 21.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Good Lord. Well, we might get to see Lebanon throw the ball.
Well, they've thrown, again, just 7 times here in this entire season. And this is their 3rd game, so we'll see what kind of arm that Kurt Mobley has. I don't know about you, but I think I'd give it to K.O. Kagi and run around the left side again. He's had some pretty good success with that so far in this contest. Here's that big 3rd down play. Again, 3rd and 21 for Lebanon. Up the middle it goes, and he hands it to Quamir Wright, and he will be stuck at the 33-yard line, and that is going to bring out the punting unit for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. So the Waynesville Tigers hold here on the 3rd down, and that brings up a 4th down, and that's going to be the last play of the first quarter of this football game. 14-0, the Lebanon Yellow Jackets on top of the Waynesville Tigers. Quarter number 2 is coming up next.
Between your first job and your second, when your old intern becomes your new boss, on the 5th anniversary of your last promotion, that's the moment you need Columbia College, where you can earn a degree for about half the cost of many schools.
Register today at Columbia College in the Townville Plaza in Waynesville or at Truman Education Center on 400 Wood. The first class is free for military spouses. Learn more at ccis.edu.
Mailbox It of St. Robert is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Their team of dedicated, professionally trained experts understands the meaning of superstar customer care. They focus on saving you time and money by ensuring you get the right products and services at the right price. They can pack and ship almost anything to almost anywhere in the world. But shipping is only one way they can help make your life easier. They are also St. Robert's premier copy, print, and document service center. Large or small, black and white or color, it can be printed. Mailbox It can handle it. Mailbox It, one-stop shop for dozens of business products and services that will allow you to do what you're good at while they take care of the other stuff you need to succeed.
Tyler Paul getting ready to boot it away, and this one will roll dead inside the 30 down to around the 27-yard line. The Waynesville Tigers getting out of the way of that, and the first one that was running out of the way of it was Daniel McCullough. He saw that thing that was going to die, and he just went to the other side. Actually, I think that was Sean Beltran, where's number 88. Who's coming over to the sideline. So good play that time. They got away from the ball just in case somebody would touch it. That would have been Lebanon's football. So they ran out of it and let it go dead. 1st and 10 for the Waynesville Tigers now at the 27-yard line.
Okay, well, it's a good defense. Gives us a chance to get the ball back. Kept the score at 14. We need a good, solid drive here. Try to get some points on the board.
Tigers put up a couple of first downs before they turned it over on downs. Their last series, let's see if they can duplicate that this time. And coming to the outside is Butler Lawson. He's got some room to the 40-yard line, and he's going to be hauled down from behind. But that's a gain of about 15, maybe 15 on the play.
15.
Another first down for the Waynesville Tigers. Their third, and that puts the ball at the 11, you're actually at the Waynesville Tiger 41-yard line.
Yeah, it was just again, Sheen is just hitting the hole and running so hard tonight. It's just very impressive. Richardson in motion.
Here is the snap, and Bradford is in front. Mike Lewis fires this thing. It is going to be caught at around the 46-yard line. That is going to be good for another, 5-6 yards on the play, depending on where they spot it.
The only thing that I would say as a critic of that one is he needed to get rid of it a little bit earlier so Eric would have had some room because that guy closed the space too quick. If he'd got rid of it a little earlier, but I'm sure he'll hear that at halftime.
So that time the pass completed to Eric Richardson for a gain of 5 on the play. Second down now and 5 for the Tigers.
Straight one-back set with a flex.
I believe that's Bradford in the backfield. And here is the handoff. It goes to Evander, and he gets hit at the line of scrimmage, and he will gain nothing on the play. He ran into about 3 Lebanon Yellow Jackets, and when you run into the size of Lebanon, I don't care how great a running back you are.
Yeah.
And the freshman learned a little bit that time about varsity football.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. That's his first carry.
3rd and 5 now for the Jackets, or for the Waynesville Tigers, rather. Again, the ball at the 45-yard line, the Waynesville Tiger 45. Lewis, a little flare to the outside. The pass is caught after it was tipped up in the air. And coming down with it was Jared Hyatt, but he'll go out of bounds. A gain of 2 on the play. That's one of those whiteout screens where there was nobody in front, and he just, even if Hyatt catches that without the tip, he goes nowhere. We got a penalty flag on the play right at the line of scrimmage, and it is going to be a chop block or personal foul. Personal foul on the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. That is going to move the chains, and that is going to give the Tigers their 4th first down of this football game, and I guarantee you that did not make Will Christian happy.
No, it didn't. It was after the play occurred, too, and he doesn't like that kind of stuff. But, Lebanon and Waynesville have always had a pretty heated rivalry.
Yeah, Coach Haynes said it's been a little bit of bitterness, but it is a rivalry between the two. I don't think it's quite the rivalry we have with Camdenton. I think our rivalry with Rolla is a little bit more friendly, but I'll tell you what, with Rolla, it is a hard-hitting rivalry.
Yes, it's always a hard hit.
Yeah, there's been some brutal hits with the Rolla Bulldogs. Lewis back to throw. He tucks it. He is going to run. He is going to be hauled down from behind. He really had nowhere to go. A loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, just stay out of sun on the backside. He needs to read that just a little bit quicker, and he has been doing better about it, but just read that a little bit quicker and get rid of it when something like that happens. But, when he's trying to create, he's trying to create.
Nice sunset up here at Waynesville. They have a little...
Boy, that is beautiful.
High-level wispy clouds with a little bit of orange. Perfect for this ball game. We wanted to color it orange. Well, we've got the sky that's helping out here during our color rush game. 2nd down and 12 now for the Waynesville Tigers, and I don't know what the referees are talking about. They're trying to figure out where they're going to mark the football. I think we've got it squared away. No penalty flags on the play, so still 2nd and 9 now for the Tigers. Ball at the 38-yard line of the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Mike Lewis getting the signals from the offensive coordinator for the Waynesville Tigers. Gets back into his pistol formation with Evander Bradford in the backfield.
I believe that's Eric Richardson.
Might be. Trips to the right. And here is again a pass to Richardson.
That's not good.
That is a lateral pass, and the Tigers let it go. Picked up by the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, and into the end zone untouched is Cordell Zebel. And that is going to be a fumble for the Waynesville Tigers, a turnover. And let's see, where did he pick that up? Right around the 40-yard line?
Yep, he sure did. As soon as that was a sophomore mistake right there. Eric got in the backfield. Mike gave it to him, and it was behind. Mike threw it behind him, and he thought it was Eric thought it was an incomplete pass. Bounced right up to the corner, and he took it back 40 yards for another Lebanon score.
So a 40-yard fumble recovery by the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Into the end zone from the 40 goes Cordell Zebel. And the Lebanon Yellow Jackets have put 20 points on the board. The whistle has blown. And I thought we were going to have an extra point attempt, but the holder just held on to it. That's a gutsy play by the holder.
The referees weren't ready. They weren't ready. We've had that happen a couple times this year so far.
So 40-yard fumble recovery. Extra point is up, and it is through the uprights. It is good. 21-0. Lebanon on top of the Tigers. Coming back with the
Dr.
kickoff.
Shane and Tabitha Ogle are chiropractors serving Waynesville and the surrounding areas. They and the rest of the team at Ogle Chiropractic are committed to providing chiropractic solutions to address your unique needs. Whether you're experiencing back pain, neck pain, headaches, or even muscular tightness and tension, you may be searching for pain relief after an accident, experiencing an injury, or if you suffer from a specific condition like chronic back pain or a spinal condition. Even if you're looking to improve your overall health, Ogle Chiropractic can help you attain your everyday wellness goals. To schedule an appointment, call 573-774-4177. That's 774-4177.
Well, the Yellow Jackets on a lateral pass behind the line of scrimmage. Pick it up and march 40 yards into the field for a fumble recovery. I guess that would be a fumble recovery. It couldn't be an incomplete pass.
It's a fumble recovery. Considered that, yes. Because it's behind him. When Mike threw it behind him, that's what kind of makes it just like a pitch or a sweep pitch or anything like that. So, yeah, Eric should have jumped on it and waited.
So here's a little pooch kick going to be fielded at the 31-yard line by the up man for the Waynesville Tigers. And again, that is Jalen Andrews. He'll go down, and the knee hits the ground, and that's where the Tigers will put it in play at the 31-yard line, trailing 21-0 here with 9:28 left to go in the first half.
Well, if we want any chance, we've got to put some points on the board before the half. I mean, and this is a good spot. We've shown glimpses of where we've had, 2-3 first downs at a pop. Let's have this series where we do the whole thing.
Tigers have 4 first downs, and we've got a timeout on the field called by the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. They'll burn their first. We'll take ours.
Attention, are you looking for a great place to work with new salaries and new bonuses and to be appreciated for compassionate care? Piney Ridge Behavioral, a treatment health center for adolescents, is hiring people with passion. Openings for youth care workers, RNs, LPNs, and licensed therapists with new sign-on bonuses. Applicants must be 21 and have a high school diploma or equivalent education. Contact Abby at 573-774-4034 for more information. Walk-in applications are accepted or apply online at Indeed.com.
Marv Luton, Shane McPherson back with you here at Tiger Stadium. The Lebanon Yellow Jackets in town. About 9.5 minutes left to go in the first half, and the Jackets have a 21-0 lead after a 75-yard touchdown run by Cale Kagi on the second play from scrimmage. Next time Lebanon got the ball, it was their quarterback Kurt Mobley who went in from the 1. And the third touchdown came on a Waynesville Tiger fumble and a 40-yard recovery into the end zone by the Jackets. And that's where we stand, 21-0. Waynesville with the football on their own 32. Lewis to pass, throws it to the outside. Pass is complete to Almanzo. That's Martin Almanzo. He caught the ball at the line of scrimmage, well, actually about a yard behind the line of scrimmage, then was driven back, and that's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. His forward motion stopped at the 30. Line of scrimmage was the 32.
I believe we call him A.J. Martin.
Yep, that is A.J. Martin.
And he's a good athlete, but there was just nobody there. That's Marvin's favorite play, is that play where they throw that pass, because it never seems to be successful.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, well, everybody runs it.
Yep, and there's a pass to the outside. This one, it looked like it was intended for, is that Ian Williams in there?
Yeah.
No, that was Anderson, Andrews, Jalen Andrews.
Jalen.
That ball was just a little bit too high.
On, once again, to repeat, Marv's favorite play.
That little wide out screen.
If you got the blockers.
If you have the blockers, it works.
It does.
If you don't have the blockers, it's like throwing one to, well.
It's been such a popular play with everybody for the last 4 years. It was a matter of time before defensive coordinators were going to sniff it out.
Yep. 3rd and 12 now for the Tigers. Ball back at the 30. Lewis back to throw, and he goes way in the back. And here's that screen to Shane Butler Lawson. One in front. He's going to be hauled down from behind, and he is going to be short of the first down by about a yard. That was that reverse screen by the Waynesville Tigers, where they pull, where the student body shift to the left, throw the ball back to the right. It's been a popular play for the Waynesville Tigers. And Coach, I think Joe Haynes is going for it.
Yep. I'm not surprised.
4th and 1 on their own 40-yard line.
You can't try to win the game if you don't give yourself a chance.
And the Tigers need some points. They need to keep this ball. And here is Lewis on a draw, quarterback draw. Up the middle he goes for the first down to the 50-yard line. Good quarterback draw that time by the Tigers. Good call by the offense.
Yeah, it really was. Nice call by Coach Haynes. Here's the idea behind it, though. You know, if Mr. Lewis would have kept his feet, he scored.
Yeah.
But, you know, they got a good trip on him, but he got through there pretty quick. Now we're checking their defense before we're calling it.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. Ball at the 49-yard line right around midfield. Richardson is the setback, and he will take the ball. Or is that Butler Lawson?
That's Sheen.
And
you got 3, 4?
I'll tell you what, if you don't catch a number, him and Richardson look an awful lot alike. He's going to pick up 1, maybe 2 on the play. Ball down to, 50-yard line. We'll call it the 49.5 of the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. So the Tigers are in Lebanon territory.
Yeah, like we say, that the uniforms are beautiful for all the fans and the players and everything, but not for sportscasters.
21-0, and here is Lewis on a quarterback keeper. He's going to be wrapped up and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Play that time made by the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, and that is Trevor Christian. Where's number 1? He is the coach's son, and he is a very good linebacker, a very good wrestler. This young man has a lot of athletic ability.
He's kind of built like his father, too, isn't he?
Yeah.
So they just studded right into that, and I think that Sheen was looking to get the ball, and Michael kept it.
Loss of 3 in the play, so it's 3rd and 13. Lewis with the ball again, and he is going to be rolling to the left, and he is going to be popped. That's another loss of 3 on the play. That's going to bring up a 4th down now at about 14 for the Tigers, and they're going to bring out the punting unit here.
No choice. They stunted the last 2 times, and they're bringing it off the edge, which means off the outside of the last tackles. And as he scrambles, because Mike likes to scramble so much, the defensive coordinator did his homework. He's been right there. Mike doesn't have any time to throw.
No, and Lewis came back to the huddle, or came back to the sideline and said, let's not call that play again. That one hurt.
And it sounds like, we're not trying to downplay on it, but our offensive line needs to get some blocks up.
Joy with the boot. He gets a good one up, and it's going to be fielded fair, caught at the 24-yard line by the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Making the fair catch that time is Tanner Roy, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for Lebanon. They will put it in play on their own 24-yard line with 5:55 left to go in the first half. Jackets up by the score of 21-0.
And they haven't thrown the ball once. They've had 5 drives. And then we're on a timeout, I believe, aren't we?
I think we've got probably a water timeout by the referees. They needed to catch their breath, so we'll catch ours. We'll be right back.
You're listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM, Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert, and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Back here, Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson. Our game being brought to you by the Pulaski County Home Health Agency in Crocker, a division of the Pulaski County Health Center. Quality home care provided by professionals from your hometown. Also by Fort Wood Hotels, by Earhart Properties, now hiring, and Sacaleras Ford, Lincoln in Rolla, soon to be at 1621 Martin Springs Drive in the west end of town. Check out their Redbird special when you drop by on West 7th Street. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. They have the ball on their 24-yard line. They have a 21-0 lead with 5:55 left to go in the first half. It has been all Lebanon so far in this contest. Again, in the backfield is Quamir Wright, and he will hand the ball, or he'll get the handoff from the quarterback, Mobley. The Tigers are there.
Yep, probably a nice job on that one.
Probably a gain of maybe 1 or 2 on the play. think they're only going to give him one on that. That thing.
Oh, he stretched it.
Yep, certainly did. He got two. So make it 2nd and 8 now. But still not bad defense by the Tigers front 4.
No, much better. Much better on that one.
And I say the front 4, the Tigers basically are using 3.
Yeah, there's one of 4 guys that are going to carry the ball in this kind of offense. It's the wings or the big boy or the quarterback.
Ledbetter goes in motion, and here's a counter play, and Cale Kagi gets hit as he came out of the backfield. Good defense that time by the Waynesville Tigers. Reading that one is Deron Anderson, the 5'9 senior outside linebacker. He stayed home on that one.
Yeah, he did. He did exactly what he was supposed to do, his job. He stayed home, and that's what happens when you stay home. Make a big play and put him back in a 3rd and long situation is where we need to be right now.
No gain on the play. Tigers would love to get this ball back and stick something on the board before halftime. It's 21-0. Jackets with the ball. Ledbetter goes in motion, and we're going to have a stoppage in play. Referee blows the whistle and stops. We're going to have motion, I believe, on the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Yes.
Yeah, and that'll make it 3rd and 15. And I don't know about you, Marv, but it looked awfully close to like the quarterback was trying to drop back into the pocket to make a throw.
And, at that point in time, a screen pass. That is something that I have been kind of keeping an eye on. He doesn't throw a lot, but a screen pass would have worked there perfectly.
Yeah, right. If we can get some penetration, though, we have to get something going. I'm sure Coach Klutz is going to try to get some kind of stunt here to get some kind of pressure to make sure that he can get rid of it early. In a 3rd and 15, we want him to get rid of it in less than 3 seconds. That way the receiver can't get on a 15-yard route.
Last week against Kickapoo, the Tigers adjusted their defense at halftime. In the second half, came out, and it worked really, really well. Of course, Lebanon, a little bit better team than Kickapoo. Back to throw, and penalty flags fly again. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have another motion penalty on the Lebanon Yellow Jackets.
The same exact person making it. I can't tell exactly what they're doing.
They're moving early before the ball is snapped, for one thing.
Right. Can't catch where it's coming from, though.
It looks like the right side, Shane, because that's where everything is going, and somebody is over on the right side. I'm not sure which one of the either the right tackle or the right guard, or it could even be one of the tight ends that's pulling a little early.
Well, regardless, it's 3rd and 20. So we need a big play here.
So does Lebanon if they want to keep this ball. Let's see if the Waynesville Tigers can hold them. Here's the pitch to the outside. Good play that time. And let's see who's making the play on that one. We've got about 2 or 3 Waynesville Tigers that made the play and averted the sweep, because that's what the Jackets were trying to pull.
Was that Kagi again?
That was Kagi on the carry. That was Damian Muchaka. Was one, and I believe the other one was Deron Anderson for the Tigers that made the play. So that will bring out the punting unit for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets.
Good job by the defense in the last 2 series getting the ball back for us here.
Another loss of 4, and that makes it 4th and 24. That means the Jackets will be punting from their own end zone. That means the Tigers should get some pretty good field position here. Here is the kick, and it's a pretty good one. It's going to be fielded right at midfield. Ball goes off the hands of the Waynesville Tigers. Josh Ash, he is still on his feet after he turns. He gets it into the Lebanon Yellow Jacket territory, down to around the 43-yard line before he is finally dropped. And there were 3 Lebanon Yellow Jackets that were climbing on the back of Joshua Ash.
Yeah, but you got to love Josh Ash. He's probably one of the hardest working kids. He's one of the captains this year. That kid has worked so hard to get on the field. That's why he's one of the captains, just out of sheer respect from his teammates. You don't find that too much in high school, and he's got a lot of respect from a lot of kids.
So Josh Ash, again, that ball went off his fingertips. He was able to get it on one hop, turn around, and made some good positive yardage. And again, the ball inside the 50-yard line, actually inside the 45. So Waynesville has it in Lebanon Yellow Jacket territory. But we are going to march. We're going to march something off here. Or are we just going to set the ball down?
We're going to set the ball down. I think the referee's marching back to his spot.
Okay. So the referee wanted to make sure where the line of scrimmage was going to be. 1st and 10 for the Tigers, trailing 21-0, 3:10 left to go. Eric Richardson goes in motion. Here's the handoff to Butler Lawson. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 Lebanon Yellow Jackets in front of him, and no Waynesville Tigers to help him block.
Yeah, there was just nobody there for Sheen. I mean, they just completely missed that left or the right side of the line. Those guys were in his face before as he got the ball. Got to get some up front. We're not very big, but we got to use our quickness to try to just get in the way. And Lebanon is big, and they're pretty quick as well.
So 2nd and 12 now for the Tigers. Here's Lewis on a quarterback keeper. He faked the handoff to Shane Butler Lawson and then lunged forward. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. He'll pick up 2 on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10 now for the Tigers.
Well, he's really earned every bit of his yards today. Sheen has. I mean, he's had a lot of carries for very short. He's busted one for, 15 tonight. Everything else has been real short stuff.
Getting close to the 2-minute mark. Back is Lewis to throw. The left-hander will whip this thing down. Pass is complete, and it is caught at the 30-yard line, maybe the 31. Good catch that time by Jalen Andrews. Cutting across to the sideline. 1st down for the Tigers.
So far, that's the best ball that I've seen Mr. Lewis throw all year long. That was a really right on the money, right on the sideline. Good time for that to happen. Still got less than 2 minutes to try to get in a score, but in good position.
6th first down for the Waynesville Tigers. Here is the handoff, and again, it goes to Butler Lawson. And again, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Lebanon Yellow Jackets, and no Tigers in front of him for blocking.
And we have linemen standing there with their hands on their hips watching. That's not very good. We really don't want to see that.
Tigers are going to call a timeout, I believe. Yes, they are. Timeout by Waynesville. That is their first. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Are you tired of your rough riding driveway? Give us a call at Willard Asphalt and get the smooth, comfortable ride you and your car deserve. From small driveways and parking lots to large parking lots and roads, we can handle all of your paving needs from start to finish. And remember, all estimates are free. Give Willard Asphalt a call today at 417-532-7107 or visit them on the web at willardasphalt.com. And give your car the smooth ride it deserves.
Clayton Homes of Lebanon wants your trade-ins, and they'll give you $10,000 for your used mobile home any year or any condition. And listen to this. Clayton Homes of Lebanon will take that trade-in on a new multi-section home. With lenders offering 0 down with land or a trade, you can see this is one of the best trade-in programs in the nation. See Clayton Homes of Lebanon for details. Take exit 130 off I-44 or visit ClaytonLebanon.com.
2nd down and 11 for the Waynesville Tigers. Make it 2nd and 12. The ball at the 32-yard line. In motion goes Martin, and here is the pop.
Wow.
And let's see who's the ball carrier. That was, I believe, Richardson.
Eric Richardson, and he made...
Nothing. Again, A.J. Martin went in motion. I thought they might toss it back to him, but they instead handed it off to Richardson. Nothing on the play. Actually, a loss of 1. 3rd and 11. Back to throw is Lewis. He's going to tuck. He's going to throw the ball down the field. In the end zone, overthrows his intended receiver, Jalen Andrews, who had 2 steps on his defender, but the ball goes incomplete, and the Tigers are going to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, you got to at this point right here.
Ball at the 11 and 32-yard line. You're too far away for a field goal.
Yep.
So you're going to have to go for something here on 4th down.
I would say you go for the 1st down because you still got 1 minute and 2 seconds, so you run your flag routes, your stick routes, what we call, and that's the 1st down marker on the stick routes, and see what's going to happen. Got all our good receivers out there, absolutely empty.
Tigers getting the play from the sidelines, and they'll decide to call a timeout. They'll use their 2nd timeout. And again, that'll give us time to hear from another one of our fine sponsors.
I'm here in the middle of the beautiful Ozarks.
I'm in one of the most exciting phases of my life.
But it's definitely time to relocate to a place of my own.
Somewhere I can power nap in peace.
Where I can have my buddies over anytime I want.
Somewhere close to where I need to be when I need to be there.
I wonder what my housing options are.
Al Ford Beatty Communities offers move-in ready 2, 3, and 4-bedroom homes in both single-family and townhome styles. Located at Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri, our residents enjoy a secure and comfortable hometown environment with the convenience of 24-hour maintenance, lawn care services, and community events. For more information, call Balfour Beatty today at 573-329-1013.
One of the premier football teams in the Ozark Conference. As a matter of fact, I think we have two of them who are to our north and to the west in Lebanon and Camden. Probably going to be shooting for the Ozark Conference title between the two. Don't count out West Plains. Here's Lewis back to throw. He'll roll to the outside. He is grabbed as he throws the ball, still gets one off and throws it over the intended receiver's head into the end zone. Still a good throw that time. The pass was intended for Jared Hyatt. Hyatt went up in the air, tried to haul it down, but just a little bit too much. And the Tigers again turned the ball over on downs for the second time in this contest.
Yeah, well, it's easy to see, say after the play's over with, but maybe Michael should have ran the ball. It looked like he had the sideline a little bit, but he thought he had him deep, and he went for it, and unfortunately it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I think, you're right. I think if he wouldn't have slowed down to throw the ball, he might have been able to cut it to the outside. But when he slowed down, he got grabbed from behind, so the pass goes incomplete. 1st and 10 for the Jackets. Back to throw is Mobley. He throws a duck up into the air, and that was almost picked off by Joshua Ash. I'm not sure somebody didn't deflect that at the line of scrimmage or whether he just floated one out there.
Well, if he just, that's why they don't throw very much, I can tell you that, because that was a good old-fashioned duck. I mean, he didn't even have him open. We had two guys on him, but he went for it, and, let's get to it. Josh just missed the ball. He had a pick.
Yeah, he certainly did. 2nd down now and 10 for Lebanon. Again, 51 seconds left to go here. Or is that 5:10? I think that's 5:10 left to go here.
51 seconds.
Oh, it is 51 seconds. Yep, you're right. It is. And here is Ledbetter to the outside.
Good job.
Grab him, and they're going to throw him down at the 20-yard line. No, that is Kagi who gets pulled down from behind. Good pursuit that time by the Tigers. Have a penalty flag on the play at the 27-yard line. And again, that's right around the line of scrimmage. It could be a holding penalty on the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. And at that point in time, if you're the
5-yard face mask.
Okay, and that's on the Tigers.
Yep. But it wasn't a personal foul, so it's just a 5-yarder. So that's going to put it.
That'll put it right around the 32-yard line, I believe. If that's where they mark it. 43 seconds left to go. Again, 21-0. Lebanon on top of the Wadesville Tigers.
2nd down. Okay.
So right you are, a little 5-yarder. That's 3 penalties for the Tigers, 15 yards here.
I'm okay with that.
In the opening half, yeah, that's not bad. All 3 have been for 5 yards.
Right.
I did that math without many fingers.
Yeah, that was good.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Ledbetter goes in motion, hands the ball off to Quamir Wright, who will go off of right tackle, bull his way down past the 40 or 35, down to around the 38-yard line. They are going to pick up with the 5-yard penalty, they only pick up about 2 yards on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 3. Here's the pitch back to Ledbetter, goes to the outside. Penalty flag flies in the backfield, and that is going to be a hold on the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Ledbetter gets the 1st down and then some into midfield before he gets run out of bounds, but that one's coming back.
Right. And we've got 11.8 seconds. So will he pull out a gadget play here?
So there's the 10-yard penalty. That is 5 penalties for 45 yards for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. They had 1 10-yard penalty in the first quarter, and here in the second, they've had the other 5, and again for 35 yards so far.
Well, trick play, maybe? Or when you're back inside your 30, do you just
take a knee with a
get
21-0 lead and the way their offense is played. I think I would probably take a knee, but I'm not Will Christian.
Right.
And he is not taking a knee. He is going to hand it off to Ledbetter, who will cut up the middle and who will pick up close to a first down. The Tigers drop him at the 40-yard line. They need to get to the 43, and that is going to be it for the first half of this football game. Halftime, 11-21. The Waynesville Tigers zip as 14 in the first quarter, 7 in the second, puts 21 on the board for the Jackets at halftime of this football game between two Ozark Conference neighbors. We're back with your halftime stats.
When you want new carpet, think soft. Just imagine the softest things in your life. Your fluffiest house slippers that tickle your toes. That tender teddy bear that snuggles in bed. Now, Shaw Floors has brought the softest that you love to your carpet. New Caress by Shaw Floors. Caress Carpet by Shaw Floors is an amazing combination of softness and durability. You've got to see it and touch it to believe it. Find Caress by Shaw Floors at Buckhorn Flooring in Buckhorn.
They say breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
So that would make lunch the second most important meal of the day. And frankly, we don't see room for a number 3. So come see us for the most amazing breakfast and lunch experience ever. So good you can skip dinner. Which is good because we're not open for dinner.
It's home cooking at its finest. It's Westside Cafe in the Westside Shopping Center in West Waynesville. Dave and the gang get there early in the morning preparing their breakfast and get things prepared for their luncheon specials. Plenty to eat, and they'll still keep the prices reasonable, which is why the parking lot is always full. And that's what you'll be when you leave. Full of the great tasting breakfasts and lunches at Westside Cafe. Open at 6 Monday through Saturday.
At Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge in St. Robert, we're here to serve you with outstanding sales and service. Whatever your preference, Chrysler Jeep Dodge, along with access to Ford and Chevrolet, all under one roof. At Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge, you'll also find the area's largest stock of used vehicles with over 300 to choose from, all clearly marked on windshields and online. See for yourself with a visit to Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 909 Missouri Avenue, St. Robert, or online at lindsay-dodge-chrysler.com.
A lot of families are choosing vacations closer to home this year, but that doesn't mean you have to take the adventure out of your family fun. Odyssey Scuba wants to help you discover how much fun and how affordable scuba diving in Missouri can be. Local dive trips each month give you more choices of places to go and things to do. Check us out at moscuba.com or stop by Odyssey Scuba in downtown Waynesville to see for yourself all the adventure you could be having close to home. Odyssey Scuba, let's go diving.
When you or one of your loved ones need healthcare services, the last things you should have to worry about are where to go, how to get there, or how you're going to pay for it. Phelps Health offers convenient locations in Rolla, Salem, St. James, Vienna, and Waynesville, and with services available to assist with insurance coverage, payment options, and transportation, establishing care has never been easier. From the moment you arrive at one of our locations, we are committed to helping you make your health visit as seamless as possible. Phelps Health, our family caring for yours.
It is halftime. The Lebanon Yellow Jackets on top of the Waynesville Tigers, 21-0. The Waynesville Tigers again kick the ball off to Lebanon. Their second play from scrimmage, Kale Kagi went around the left end, 75 yards into the end zone for the touchdown. Extra point was good. It was 7-0. The Waynesville Tigers got the ball back, and they could not muster anything on a 3-and-out. And then the second time the Lebanon Yellow Jackets got the ball, the quarterback, Kurt Mobley, went in from the 1-yard line. They got some pretty good field position on the punt. And then the third touchdown in the second quarter was a 40-yard fumble recovery on a pass by Michael Lewis. He flared one out to the outside to Eric Richardson. It was behind the line of scrimmage. That's a live ball. The ball hits the ground and into the end zone for a 40-yard return was Cordell Zeeble for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, and all 3 extra points were good, and that's where we stand, 21-0 here at halftime. The Tigers, 3 penalties for 15 yards. Yellow Jackets, 5 penalties for 45 yards. 5 first downs for Lebanon. The Waynesville Tigers have racked up 6 first downs, so the Tigers lead in that department, but certainly not on the scoreboard.
No, we got We'll go through our stats first. We carried the ball 18 times in the first half for 45 yards. You know, Sheen had 12 of those, and they were 28 really hard yards to get. Mike Lewis was 6 for 13 for 37 yards. That gave us an 82 total for the half. On the other side, you know, the numbers really don't really add and make it look that bad of a discrepancy between the teams. And they had 21 carries for 174 yards and nothing passing, so 174 total. So, you know, that's only about a 90-yard difference. But, you know, it was the turnover that made the big difference. When you get one, and just like you said before the game, we're going to have to limit our turnovers. We're going to have to limit our penalties, which we have. We're going to have to, you know, not make the big mistakes. Well, we made one big mistake, and it's turned out to kind of make a uphill battle for us in the second half.
We'll take another break. We'll be back with more here at halftime in just a moment.
Hello, this is Al Morgan with Secularis Ford Lincoln of Rolla. This year is rolling by, and Secularis has high dollar rebates on 2019 Fords in stock. The new EcoSport, one of the hottest movers now, has up to $4,000 off of MSRP. Escapes to Expeditions, this is the best time of year to cash in on the huge rebate. And let me tell you about the remaining 2018 Ford F-150s, over $10,000 off. And we still have an ample supply of 2019 Ford F-150s. Ready for you to drive home. Also, don't forget our pre-owned lot, packed with unique and wonderful certified pre-owns and every brand under the sun. Let Secularis Ford Lincoln show you top dollars on your trade-ins on all vehicles from the largest selection in the area. Stop in today for full details at 625 West 7th Street in Rolla or call 573-364-1211. That's 364-1211. Secularis Ford Lincoln of Rolla, where the customer is always number one.
We understand how important trust is to families when choosing a funeral home. Through the years, families have learned to trust Memorial Chapels and Crematory to provide them with the greatest value in funeral service and experienced staff who has made serving a lifetime commitment and affordable choices. This is Martin Vernon. On behalf of myself and the staff at Memorial Chapels and Crematory of Waynesville, St. Robert, thank you for trusting us.
You're listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM, Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert, and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
It's the place there's no place else like. Home. It's the circle of chairs around your fire pit, where all the do you remembers get passed around like bowls of ice cream. It's bacon and eggs in the skillet, crackling along with the laughter.
At Shelter Insurance, we don't just insure your home, we insure all the memories that live inside it. Ask your agent for details. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For a free insurance review,
for auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, Mike Anthony, your Shelter Insurance agent in Waynesville.
Stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
Back here at halftime, Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson. Busy week coming up on 102.3 FM this coming week. We have Waynesville Lady Tigers softball on Monday. The Lady Tigers are at home with Salem coming to town. And then they take on a pair of Frisco League squads. The Crocker Lady Lions will be here on Tuesday. That is at the softball complex just to the right of the football field here. And then on Thursday the 19th, the Lady Tigers travel to Iberia to take on the Lady Rangers. So Salem, Crocker, and Iberia next week for the Waynesville Lady Tigers. We'll have those three for you here on 102.3 FM. And then next Friday night, we will be at Springfield Hillcrest to take on the Hillcrest Hornets. Let's see what some of the other Ozark Conference schools are doing here on this Friday night. Kickapoo, they are at Springfield Parkview for their contest. The Hillcrest Hornets, they are taking on Rolla. And that is underway this evening. Also, the Camden Lakers, they are down at West Plains in a battle of 2-0 teams. Of course, Lebanon is here in town with the Waynesville Tigers. And the Glendale Falcons, they are playing Springfield Central. That is a battle of two Class 5, District 5 combatants. And that is the district that the Waynesville Tigers are in. And they came into this week currently, again, leading the division or leading the district in first place with a 1-1 record and 35 points. Parkview in second with 30 points, also with the 1-and-run record. And Glendale has a 1-and-1 record, and they have 27.5 points. But if something doesn't change here in the second half, that first place district standing will go by the wayside by the end of this Friday night. Again, Jackets on top of the Waynesville Tigers, 21-0 here at halftime. We'll be back with more at halftime when we come back.
Their top-selling floor plan is getting revamped at Clayton Homes of Lebanon. They're offering huge discounts and incentives on the Breeze 2 with almost 2,100 square feet, 2 living areas, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and several modern features. Clayton Homes of Lebanon has only 3 of these models left, so first come, first serve. Take exit 130 off I-44 to Clayton Homes of Lebanon or visit ClaytonLebanon.com. Park University offers associate and bachelor degree programs at their Fort Wood Campus Center. Additional degree programs are available entirely online. Courses can be completed in 8-week sessions rather than the traditional 16-week semester. Sessions start 5 times a year, giving you multiple entry points. Park also offers additional graduate and certificate programs online. Military and civilians are welcome. Application fees are waived for military personnel. Park accepts VA benefits, tuition assistance, financial aid, and payment plans are available. Park University, a regionally accredited non-profit university. Save time, save money, accelerate your education. 329-2798 or go online, park.edu/go Leonard Wood. Mailbox It of St. Robert is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Their team of dedicated, professionally trained experts understands the meaning of superstar customer care. They focus on saving you time and money by ensuring you get the right products and services at the right price. They can pack and ship almost anything to almost anywhere in the world. But shipping is only one way they can help make your life easier. They are also St. Robert's premier copy, print, and document service center. Large or small, black and white or color, it can be printed. Mailbox It can handle it. Mailbox It, one-stop shop for dozens of business products and services that will allow you to do what you're good at while they take care of the other stuff you need to succeed.
Ah, the joys of flying from a major hub.
Come on, guys, we gotta go.
Wait, honey, but our flight doesn't leave for 5 hours.
I know, but traffic could be bad. Then there's trying to find a parking spot, then the mile walk to check in, and of course security could take a while.
Skip the circus and fly regional. From parking to boarding and everything in between, it's just better.
Book your flight at flyflw.com. Flights to St. Louis starting at just $39. Waynesville St. Robert Regional Airport on Fort Leonard Wood.
Back here at halftime, Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson as we get you up to date on some of the other games that we told you about that were going on here around the Ozark Conference. I'm trying to squeeze some updates for us. Do you have anything for us?
Well, I do, but my granddaughter got on my phone here. I thought I had it all set up, and right now I'm certainly here we go. Live updates.
All right.
I got to tell you, you know, they're saying this Camden West Plains game would be a really good game tonight, and I just got a text from one of the old linebackers, Mike Winfrey, that we saw last night,
right,
or last week up there, and he said this is a good football team. West Plains is a really good football team, so here we go. Carthage is over Joplin 21. West Plains 21, Camden 14 at the end of the first quarter. Webb City, who cares? Sorry. Lebanon 21, you know that one. Let's see. Branson is over Ozark. Glendale is over Springfield Central 56-0 in the second quarter. Poor Springfield Central.
Yeah, they just don't.
Rolla is over Hillcrest 28-6 at the half. Kickapoo over Parkview 21-0 after the first quarter. And that pretty much sums it up for us.
Well, Parkview is right behind us in the standings in the district. So again, if they get thumped by Kickapoo and we're getting thumped by Lebanon, there may not be much of a swamp. But again, Glendale all over Springfield Central.
Right.
So Glendale has the opportunity to jump up to the top. So you get 3 weeks in a row. You have 3 different lead changes in the districts, and I'm sure between Glendale, Parkview, and Waynesville, that's what's going to propel this district. Because I don't think Springfield Central I just don't think they have the horsepower to really do anything. They're still in a rebuilding process down there in the. I guess we can't call it the dungeon. The dungeon, I think, is the basketball court.
I got to tell you, it's funny that you're saying all that because here it is that. Kickapoo is beating up on Parkview, right? And because Kickapoo's a 6A, we could lose by the same score to Lebanon, and we could go from first to last, whereas Glendale is kicking on Springfield Central, so they'll go from third to first.
Yeah.
And just like you said, I think it's going to be like that all year long on this because, our matchups are going to be we matched up against Kickapoo. I like to see that they're beating some teams or beating Parkview. And that gives us a good chance, to get over 500 this year. We're going to have to struggle. Stranger things have happened. We can jump in this ball game. We've had glimpses that it's there. Got to just play a perfect air-free half to get into this game.
Well, we will be at Springfield Hillcrest next week. The following week, Springfield Central will be here in town. Then we make a short road trip to Rolla on the 4th of October. West Plains comes here on the 11th. We'll be at Springfield Glendale on the 18th, and then Parkview wraps up the season here in town for the regular season on the 25th of October before we get ready for our first round of districts. And
wide open.
The only thing I don't like about the district we are in is all four of these are Ozark Conference schools.
Right.
So we are going to play somebody for the second time, and then if we win, we're going to play another team for the second time. So,
right.
Even if we win our districts or win our first district game, we're going to be playing two schools that we've already played, which I guess is okay because you learn a little bit about them the first time you play them.
Right, but it's one of those deals where at this point, we're going to worry about so much there. We'll see where we stand next week when we go down to Hillcrest. We got to repeat a performance like we had against Kickapoo. We're not playing badly tonight. It's just that Lebanon's a pretty solid team. I mean, that's all there really is to it. They're good up front. They're disciplined. They've got that the Coach Hill's boy back there. I'll tell you what, as a linebacker, he'll come up and hit you. The running game that they have is they've been running for 4 or 5 years now. When Will introduced it, and it's running right on sync. And I think they're a pretty good football team. I think if we can get rolling, get a couple of big plays, maybe a turnover or two, we could come right back into this thing too.
Well, there's no doubt that the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, the West Plains Scissors, and the Camden Lakers are probably the three premier teams in the Ozark Conference. Who would you put number 4? I thought at one point in time after the Jamboree and then after the Kickapoo game, I thought, well, maybe the Waynesville Tigers.
I think so too.
Could be number 4. Maybe Rolla's number 4. Maybe we're number 5. But I think we'll see what happens when we go up against the other Springfield schools to see how good this Waynesville Tiger team is.
Well, I mean, just like what you're saying, those top 3-tier teams. I mean, how many? We just read the halftime score. West Plains up at Camden at the end of the first half, 21-14. That's hard to do at Camden. So they must be those 3 teams are probably pretty salty. Between the last one, I'm still with you, Marv. I still call us number 4 in this Ozark Conference because I up at the Jamboree, I think that we can match up real well with Rolla. I think that we can. We've already shown that we can beat the 6A and Kickapoo, and they're beating Parkview pretty handily, and Springfield Central's just struggling. We knew that. And then Glendale will be a real competitive game too. But I still say we're number 4 in this conference for sure.
Well, the difference between the Flexbone that the Lebanon Yellow Jackets run and the Wishbone that the Rolla Bulldogs run, what is the big difference between those two offenses?
Well, in a Wishbone, you kind of got that triangle where the fullback's in front, and you've got the 2 main running backs behind him. In this Flexbone, you have 1 back there, and then there's 2 kind of slot or kind of
wings.
Yeah, wing receivers, exactly. And what they're doing is they're playing right off the tackles. Now, that just stretches out the defense a little bit more, and it's still a ground and pound, but it's the timing of it's got to be so good. Now, what we were surprised about at the Jamboree was how Rolla's totally changed their philosophy on the offense, which I think comes a lot from their the former defensive coordinator who's now the head coach at Rolla. He was the D coordinator for Lebanon for years, and he's done a great job with that program up there. So the timing doesn't have to be just as perfect on the bone as it does on that flex bone. And it's a ground and pound, and I thought that we saw that they're pretty big. Rolla's pretty big, but they're going to try to ground and pound it. But we definitely had speed on them in the Jamboree, but by the time we play them, this could be a totally different shooting match.
Are we going to need Michael Lewis in the second half? I know we've got three good running backs. But last week, Lewis busted the ball loose a couple of different times out of his quarterback position. Had a little running room. Now, mind you, Lebanon is pretty good sewing up the outside, and that's where Lewis is getting loose.
Right, and I think that we've had the alleys. I mean, there's been a few times when the alleys have been right there for us. And once again, Sheen just has to get some guys that are going to get some push on some guys. We're talking about a 2-yard push, and sometimes we're just kind of missing guys, or we're just letting them go, or they're just out-quicking us, or whatever you want to say. But we've got to get our offensive line giving Sheen some kind of protection, because he's just getting killed out there, and it's getting him frustrated, and that's not a good thing.
And we saw that over here on the sideline on that one of the last plays before halftime. We couldn't get any yardage. We lost a yard after he got the football, and there were 5 Lebanon Yellow Jackets tackling him, and there was no orange jerseys anywhere around. He's not getting the help, and that's why he came over to the sideline, smashed his helmet on the ground, and was a little bit upset. And again, kind of has every right to be, because if you're going to play as a team, you need to use the word team, and everybody has to start blocking instead of standing there with your hands on your hips and wondering what just happened. How did that guy get by me? Well, are you that tired? Our offense has not been on that field that often, or that much to be tired. But then again, we use a lot of these linemen both ways, and so when you get out here on a hot evening like this, maybe we are a little tired.
Maybe. But I used to get so upset when linemen wouldn't get at least a hand on a guy. I would tell them at halftime, if you guys want to watch the game, then go buy a ticket and sit up in the stands, because you guys aren't doing any more than they're doing out there right now. Offensive line has got to step up for the Tigers this half.
So we are about ready to get underway with the second half. A couple minutes left to go. We'll take another break, and we'll be right back. Kickoff coming up.
At St. Robert Family Dental, Doctors Jesse Smith, Bryce Brown, and Paul Riddle do all phases of family dentistry. They work hard to make your visit enjoyable, and they deliver excellent dental care to you and your family. They have 24-hour emergency contact and accept TRICARE and most other dental insurance. St. Robert Family Dental Center, located at 441 Marshall Drive in St. Robert, next to Arby's. Call 336-5599 for St. Robert Family Dental. They're serving up breakfast, lunch, and dinner at JCK's Down Home Cookin'. They're new in the former Jitters location next to the Marys County Bank in St. Robert. From early bird specials at $3.99 to other breakfast specials, including a kids menu, to lunch favorites that start at 10:30 in the morning, featuring burgers, patty melts, salad selections, and more. Then there's the dinner entrees with steak, chicken fried steak, pork chops, chicken, and more. Enjoy their daily specials, too, like chicken and dumplings on Sunday for only $3.99. Find JCK's Down Home Cookin' on Facebook, then head for the front door. It's open Tuesdays through Sundays at 6 in the morning, closed on Mondays. On the Mother Road, historic Route 66, St. Robert, next to the Marys County Bank. Remember Granny's house on a Sunday afternoon? It's back with JCK's Down Home Cookin'.
Well, the Waynesville Tigers will get the ball to start the second half. Going back for the receiving the kick is Eric Richardson on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side will be Daniel McCullum. And they will get, again, one of these two may get the ball. Lebanon has kicked it to one of the up men. Jalen Andrews has caught most of the kickoffs.
Right.
Here, and Jalen is standing at his 30. The other ones are back at the 15.
Right. Well, that's one thing about Coach Christian. He needs nothing to, no errors to detail. Why give anybody a chance? And that's what he's doing. It's a respect for our speed. So everybody says, oh, well, you don't have to do that. Just go down there and hit him. No, that's what makes him a head coach, because he goes through all facets of every game and gets some little tick for every game, and that's what makes him a successful guy.
We are waiting for the referees to tee the ball up, or at least hand the ball to the kicker so they can tee it up. Still 30 seconds left to go here on the clock before halftime. Both teams have been on the field for the last 2 minutes, and now the referees are coming off of the sidelines, the head referee and the side judge. And then on the other side, we've got the other side judge, the back judge, and who's the other referee? Can't remember.
Field judge.
Field judge, there you go. Okay, we're ready to go. And
that was a guess by me.
It's all right.
I just think,
sounded good.
There's a white hat and 4 black hats out there, and that's really all. I know the white guy makes the calls out on the field. Back judge, side judge.
Tyler Paul gets ready to boot it away to the Waynesville Tigers. He'll tee it up at the 40-yard line. So our third quarter about ready to get underway. Lebanon on top, 21-0. And the Waynesville Tigers will get the ball to start the second half. And here's a little short kick, and on his knee at the 30-yard line is Josh Ash.
Yeah, well,
I thought he'd run. He had about 5 yards to go with it.
He wanted to, but I think they've been told that we'll just go ahead and down those, which, we've got the ball.
Well, when he catches it over there, he has 3 less blockers in front of him.
That's true, and they're all coming at 100 miles an hour, too.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Ball at the 30-yard line of Waynesville. Again, Tigers decked out in their orange pants and their orange shirts. Lebanon, white jerseys and their white shirts. And again, this is Lewis with the handoff, and it's up the middle. And he will hand it off to Shane Butler-Lawson. They had Evander Bradford and Lawson in the backfield. Lawson gets it, made a little bit of a hole on the offensive line for Shane, and he picks up a couple of yards on the play.
Positive. And came out with a much better attitude to understand. I'm sure Coach Hayden's calmed him down. And now we have illegal participation on the field. We cannot do that.
Charles Willingham, Jacob York, Gavin Kaava, David Smith, and Antonio Pearson. The linemen, the front line for the Waynesville Tigers, who have picked up a 5-yard penalty. And illegal participation usually means that you've got too many men on the field.
But now we're getting Waynesville coaching staff was on the side judge here, and he was trying to tell him. So they may eat this flag here.
Let's see if
wave it off.
Let's see if they wave it off. Right now it is 1st and 10 for the Waynesville Tigers with the penalty flag. Well, actually it should be 2nd and 8 if they throw the flag. Illegal participation for the Waynesville Tigers. Or illegal man downfield, actually. Is.
No, that's participation.
Okay. And now the head referee is going to come over and talk to head coach Joe Haynes. And so they will,
I don't understand that.
That's a 15-yard penalty, buddy. That is not illegal participation.
What one is that?
Well, unless they've changed illegal participation.
Thought it used to be a 5-yard.
Yeah, that's what I always thought.
That's the signal he made. He made the illegal.
Yeah, you're right. He did. But they marched the ball all the way back to the Waynesville Tiger 15-yard line and making the sweep to the outside and getting maybe back to the line of scrimmage for the Waynesville Tigers was Eric Richardson. No, Bradford, excuse me. Evander Bradford on the carry that time.
Well, now we're 2nd and about 19. Kind of a slow half. Don't have much rhythm going here yet. Let's get some rhythm. We kind of, everybody discombobulated just a little bit here as we get started.
2nd down now and 24 for the Waynesville Tigers. They need to get the ball to the 40-yard line to pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, that's a long one.
And they need a big play. Lewis back to throw. He'll fire this thing down the field. Jalen Andrews double-teamed. Does he come up with it? No, this is picked off. It's picked off by the Lebanon Yellow Jackets up into the air with Andrews. On the play was Dustin Sanders, and that is going to be an interception as Sanders comes down with the ball at the, he slid to the 41-yard line of the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. So a long throw down there. Looks like Mike Lewis is trying to get everything back at once and just underthrew it a little bit.
I don't like when he's thrown into double coverage like that because they really had him marked. And the receiver did a pretty darn good job of trying to deflect the ball away because the Lebanon defender had the inside coverage, but he made a good play.
21-zip, 10:50 left to go in the third. Lebanon with the ball after the interception. And their first play from scrimmage. And again, they use that flex backfield.
Still in our same defense.
In motion is Ledbetter, and getting the ball on the handoff is Kwame Wright. Wright will go off of right tackle. He will pick up, about 6 yards on the play, depending on where they mark it. They're going to mark that ball right. Wow.
Nice mark.
Yeah, they're going to mark that thing right before the, right around the 49-yard line, so make it 2nd and 3 now. That is a 7-yard gain. Again, Ledbetter goes in motion. Cale Kagi on the right-hand side in the backfield. Again, is the big guy, Wright, and Quamir Wright gets it off of right tackle, and he will follow his center through the line of scrimmage and up to the 40, make it the 39-yard line for a first down for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets before about 4 Waynesville Tigers he was carrying were able to drop him.
Well, I hope our, feet aren't flat here. Hands are on the sides. We got to get a big play. Something good's got to happen for the Tigers here very shortly.
Under 10 minutes left to go now in the third. Ledbetter goes in motion to the right. He's going to check it. He's going to come back, line up in the slot position. He'll go again, and here is Wright again. Quamir Wright up the middle, and he gets about 4 yards on the play. Well, they're going to give him 5.
They gave him 5.
Yep, they did. They pushed that thing back to the 34-yard line for a second down now and 5.
Yep, they're not doing much different. Nothing different so far in their offense, but it's been all right so far.
So I'm looking over there, and I thought they might have spotted that a little bit farther back, but you're right. No. It is second down now and 5, 9:16 left to go. Tigers late one coming on the field. In motion goes Ledbetter, handoff up the middle, and nowhere to go on this one. The Tigers read it very well. And that might have been the last Tiger came running on the field, and that was Jacob York, number 60. And it looks like maybe York lined up right where he needed to be and shot the gap.
He sure did.
No gain on the play.
So now we've got a 3rd and 5. Be a good stop here.
Still 4 down territory for the Jackets. So. Again, it is Wright, the deep back. Ledbetter goes in motion, and they'll hand off to Quamir Wright. He will take several Waynesville Tigers with him, and the offensive line pushes the Tiger defense backwards, and that's going to be another first down. Their 7th of this football game, 2nd of the second half.
Right, they're just going off tackle with the big boy, and he's so far he has 4 carries for 27 yards. This is their first drive of the second half, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So I'm making sure my numbers are right here.
After they held the Waynesville Tigers, they took over on the interception and are marching this ball down the field. This one started at their own 41-yard line. And again, the quarterback keeper, this is Mobley. He'll find his way through, still on his feet, off of right tackle, inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line.
I think he got a first down out of that, too.
It's going to be pretty close. Let's see if they motion the guys with the chains to march on down the field. Yes, they do.
But this is exactly what this offense is designed to do. Take time off the clock, keep their offense off the field, and just slowly control the ball game. And that's what...
And they've done a very good job of it here today.
They have, yeah.
21-0 Jackets lead. 8 minutes left to go in the third. Again, Ledbetter goes in motion, checks it back in his slot position. Now it is Cale Kagi on a handoff to the left-hand side, this time to Quamir Wright. He gets it down to the 11-yard line before he is pushed back, but that's still going to give you a gain of about 7 on the play. So it's going to be a second down now and about 3 for the Jackets. This thing spotted pretty much closer to the 12, so we'll give him a 2nd and 4.
Offensive line for Lebanon's getting a pretty good push. Our linebackers are getting there. Our defensive line, just a little undersized against these guys. Pretty big team.
And here's a handoff. This one goes to Ledbetter. He gets hit at behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a loss, or, well, maybe he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Still going to bring up a 3rd down now and about 4 for the Jackets. That time, again, Ledbetter followed Quamir Wright into the line, but the Waynesville Tigers fought off Wright's block and were able to grab Ledbetter and pop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Yeah, that's 2 carries for Ledbetter in the second half with absolutely no yards at all.
3rd and 4. 6:43 left to go in the third. Jackets on top, 21-0. Lebanon with the football. And here is the quarterback. Back to throw, and he has got a man open in the end zone. The pass is caught for only their 8th pass, and that is Cale Kagi in the backfield. Comes out of the backfield and goes into the end zone. So Kagi makes the catch on a
It was a play action. It was just a play action off that where the tight end releases, goes right up there. There was nobody on him at all.
So 14-yard reception from the quarterback, Mobley. And the extra point attempt right now, it is down. The kick is up, and the Tigers almost blocked that. It is good. So extra point good. It's 28-0. The Lebanon Yellow Jackets on top. They kick to the Tigers when we come back.
Life is always changing. Families grow up, businesses expand, and communities look to the future. But as your goals, needs, and dreams change, having a trusted partner in your corner offers peace of mind in changing times. Security Bank of Pulaski County was founded in 1936 and has provided banking services for families, businesses, and organizations with decisions made locally. Security Bank gives you the peace of mind to know that your banking requirements are made right here in Pulaski County. Together, there's no stopping you. Security Bank, a better way to bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your all-star Chevy dealer of the Ozarks is Lowe's Chevrolet, exit 156 off I-44 in Waynesville, with an all-star lineup of Chevy Silverado pickups and 2- and 4-wheel drive, the Equinox, Camaro, Corvette, the popular Malibu, Suburbans, and Tahoes. Lowe's Chevy has the lineup with the incentives to put you behind the wheel. There's an all-star inventory of pre-owned, too. Their all-star awards program gives you points and dollars toward accessories and even service, where their service department is armed with the latest product knowledge and connected technology to service your vehicle with unmatched capability no matter the model. Lowe's Chevrolet, exit 156 off I-44 on Eichert Avenue in Waynesville. Open the door to a new Chevy today. You're listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert, and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
We're back. Marv Luton, Shane McPherson for you here at Tiger Stadium with 6:31 left to go in the third quarter. Lebanon Yellow Jackets have stuck another one on the board with 6:31 left to go here in the third. They are kicking off to the Waynesville Tigers now, leading this 28-0. Their first possession of the third quarter. After an interception, they take it into the end zone and stick 6 on the board. So fumble by the Waynesville Tigers and interception by the Waynesville Tigers have been turned into 2 touchdowns for 14 points, and that has doubled their score.
Right, the game is still 14-0 without our 2 turnovers.
And the kick, and this one is deep. Finally, it is going to be one hopped at the 10-yard line. Ball bounces into the end zone, and picking it up for the touchback is Jalen Andrews. That ball got loose, and Andrews just kind of let it go for a moment. He had already touched that. That is a loose ball, and that is a live ball. He needs to grab it, which he did, and finally downed it. So the Tigers put it in play, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Well, you remember back in the day, that rule was if he carried it in there and missed it inside the end zone, you know, that's one thing. But if he was out there on the playing field, he would have had to brought it out, and Lebanon was right there. So that's a good rule change for us tonight.
1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 20-yard line. Again, Michael Lewis, quarterback for Waynesville. He works out of the pocket, gets away, and fires this thing down into the flat. Caught by Andrews. Andrews picks up some blocking in front of him, and he gets to the 20 or make it the 40-yard line. That is going to be a gain of 20 on the play. First down for the Tigers. Not a whole lot to go on right off the get-go, but then Jalen Andrews made a lot of that happen himself.
Oh, my gosh. Did you see the move that he put on that out move? He dropped number 80 on his backside, then got the extra yards after the catch. Great job.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. Again, Lewis back to throw. This one's complete to Andrews at the 50-yard line. Did he catch it in bounds? Yes, he did. And that is going to be another first down for the Tigers, but we have a penalty flag on the other side of the field in front of the Lebanon bench. Let's see what this is going to be. That was, about 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. So did we have a hold? I think we have the Lebanon players and the coaches were a little bit past that white zone area. So that's what the referee indicated. They're going to move the stick. So that's another first down for the Waynesville Tigers.
So that was the warning, correct?
That was the warning. That was a catch for 10 yards for the Waynesville Tigers, and Michael Lewis, who puts another pass in the hands of Jalen Andrews, who goes out of bounds. Here is Shane Butler Lawson. Again, not much happening in front of him. The Waynesville Tiger line is just getting eaten up here.
Yes, they are. They really are.
Butler Lawson just throws the ball back to the referee and kind of shaking his head saying, man, where's my blocking?
Yeah, well.
It ain't there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for the Tigers. Lawson now lines up wide to the left. I think the Tigers are going to have to go into more of a passing formation because the blocking up front is not there. They've got quads to the left, and here is a pass to the outside. The pass is dropped.
Yeah, that's incomplete.
That was incomplete. That was a forward pass.
Yep.
And that time, that was intended for Joshua Ash. I think Josh was looking maybe down the field where he was going to go with that ball before he caught it.
I'll tell you what, it's just we've got no real rhythm. That's part of Lebanon's plan, I'm sure. A.J. Martin in the game for Josh.
Also coming out of the game for the Waynesville Tigers. I believe that was Saul DeHart.
Yep. But you're right, Marv. We don't really have a whole lot of choice. We've got to throw the ball.
Here's A.J. He gets the pitch back from the quarterback. Michael Lewis gets knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 5 on the play. That's positive yardage for the Tigers and A.J. Martin.
Right, and leaves it with a 4th down, but I think we got to go.
So 4th and 5 for the Tigers. You're right. They're going to go for it. 5:26 left to go here on the clock in the third quarter. 28-0. The Tigers, again, they are trailing the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, trying to make something happen here in this third quarter. 4th and 5. Lewis back to throw across the middle, dropped.
And popped.
Yeah, and popped the minute he dropped that ball before he got popped, and that was Jared Hyatt, who went up. It looks like it hit him in the shoulder pads.
Yep.
And out it came. So an incomplete pass. The Tigers, for the 3rd time, turn the ball over on downs, and that will put this Lebanon Yellow Jacket offense back on the field. And that is one thing that the Tigers didn't need with 5:26 left to go, is that offense of Lebanon back on the field.
Right. Exactly. I mean, it's just got to try to keep them off the field. We haven't been executing very well, and this is the result.
Both teams have 8 first downs. Lebanon with 28 points. The Tigers, zip. Got that big goose egg on the scoreboard. Here is the handoff. It goes to Quamir Wright to the right side, off of right tackle, and he bowls forward for 7 yards on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down now and 3. The ball spotted inside Tiger territory at the Waynesville 48.
Got a flag, or what's up?
I don't see a flag, unless there's one in front of the Tiger bench. Oh, no.
Oh,
I think we're having the 2 captains of the 2 teams out there, and the referee is talking to them. Maybe there's some trash talk going on down there, and so they're talking to the captains, trying to tell them to settle their players down. Kevin Poinsett, one of the captains, they're talking to for Waynesville. It looks like Cale Kagan, another one for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets.
Well, it gets frustration on both sides. Sometimes when everything's going right, you're at the youth, they'll get a little cocky, and then on the other side where it's frustrating, that doesn't mix very well.
5 minutes left to go, now under 5 here in the third. Lebanon on top, 28-0. Trying to get the mercy clock running here. Ledbetter goes in motion. It's a handoff to Quamir Wright. He's busted loose. He has got some running room down to the 20-yard line before 3. Waynesville Tigers able to climb on his back and finally pull him down.
Flag.
Flag on the play, and I didn't see where the flag is, right around the 45.
All right.
It's a hold against the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. That'll bring this one back. And the flag is down, throwing right at probably about, he had gained 10 yards.
Right.
Actually, that would have been down. No, he'd only gained about 5, but that's where the flag was thrown after a 5-yard gain on the play. So that'll march it back 5. This is going to bring up a 2nd down now at about 9, 8 or 9.
So they're doing all the holds and all the blocks in the backs from the spot fouls this year.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't necessarily disagree. I think that's a pretty good call. You should just always go from line of scrimmage, and that was it.
Right.
No matter where you held. And that's a good change.
So it's 2nd down now, and about 7.5 to 8. Ledbetter goes in motion. Again, it is Quamir Wright with the handoff, and he is going to get what he lost in on the hold, and then some. Another 1st down for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Ball inside the Waynesville Tiger 40-yard line down to the 37.
Yeah, that was just he's starting to hit that hole pretty hard. Are they wearing us down here a little bit more?
I think we're worn out. There is no doubt in my mind.
Maybe
our defense has been on this field for a long time in this contest. And the size of Lebanon, and again, the way they come off the line of scrimmage. Here's the handoff again. It's right, and he is going to be popped, but he is still going to lunge forward for about 5 yards on the play.
Yep.
And of course, they have the Seattle Seahawk, Justin Britt, that comes back to Lebanon every year to put on an offensive line clinic and bring some of his Seahawk buddies with him and some of the guys from the NFL. And
what a great thing.
Yeah, no kidding.
What a great thing, because when I was coaching against Justin, he was probably one of the meanest players that I'd ever seen in my life as far as high school ball.
And he looks so mild-mannered up there in Seattle.
Like I was just getting ready to say, but then I met him at Mizzou when he was playing up there, and just the nicest guy. Coach Mack, I remember you and all that. Just the nicest guy you'd ever want to meet. But on the field, an animal, and he's doing that for Seattle, too.
You bet. First down for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets as they get, again, Quimir right off of right tackle, Bulls forward down to the 25-yard line of the Waynesville Tigers. Picks up their 10th first down, 3:11 left to go here in the game. 28-0, Lebanon leading, and again, some of the Waynesville fans have departed, even though it's a gorgeous night out there.
Excuse me. Yes, absolutely beautiful. None of the Lebanon people have left, though.
Well, I wonder why.
I don't know.
They're gonna eat dinner up here.
Yeah.
Here's the handoff to Quimir Wright. Gets to the 20-yard line. He's going to pick up another 5 on the play.
It's been the Quimir Wright show this half, guys. I mean, he's got 10 carries now for 73 yards. So you guys do the math. That's 7.3 a carry, and why change it if it's not broke?
Coming out of the game, Elijah Stallings. He will take a seat for the Tigers on defense. Second down now and 5 for Lebanon. Again, it is Cale Kaging in motion. They faked the pitch to him. Instead, it is the quarterback going into the end zone, Mobley. That is from the 20-yard line. So Mobley from the 20 adds his name to the scorebook again. He threw a pass, a 14-yarder to Kagan earlier in the third quarter, and now with 21.2 seconds left to go, or is that that's 2:12, I'm sorry. 2:12 on the clock. It is another touchdown for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. 20-yard run by Mobley, and the extra point to make it 35 is up, and it is good. It's 35-zip. The Lebanon Yellow Jackets on top of the Waynesville Tigers. Tigers get the ball when we
Seller
come
Section
back.
is your place to get your next truck during the All-American Sales Event. With discounts and rebates totaling over $12,000 off on 2018 F-150 XLT. There's 0% financing with approved credit, plus up to $3,500 in rebates. And Ford salutes all of our military members, police, fire rescue, and first responders with $1,000 in additional savings. Whether it's half-ton, 3/4, or 1-ton, we are your local truck headquarters. Every new Ford from Seller Section comes with Tires for Life. Shop us online at sellersection.com, and remember, Seller Section sells satisfaction.
Are you tired of your rough riding driveway? Give us a call at Willard Asphalt and get the smooth, comfortable ride you and your car deserve. From small driveways and parking lots to large parking lots and roads, we can handle all of your paving needs from start to finish. And remember, all estimates are free. Give Willard Asphalt a call today at 417-532-7107 or visit them on the web at willardasphalt.com and give your car the smooth ride it deserves.
Back here, ready for the kickoff as Lebanon will be booting it away. Again, it is Tyler Paul kicking it, and he will boot this deep. And this one will bounce out of bounds at the about the 17-yard line. It is going to be a 15-yard penalty for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, so we'll tack that onto their 55-yard total. Make it 70 yards in penalties for, again, 7 penalties for 7 yards, or 70 yards. And the Waynesville Tigers put it in play. And let's see where they'll march the ball off to. And put it at the 35-yard line, so it will be 1st and 10 for the Waynesville Tigers. Again, trailing this thing 35-0. We're going to kick this thing over. Oh, we have got... I did not see the offside.
Okay.
Why are we... Okay. So now we're going to take the 5-yard penalty. So I guess they were offside. So you have to take the 5-yard penalty for you're right, the dead ball.
Yep, that's it.
So they'll kick it again.
Yep.
So when they were offside, the whistle was blowing, and it didn't matter whether they kicked the ball out of bounds or whether they kicked the ball in the end zone. We were going to do this thing over. So that is now 60 yards in penalties. And here is Paul. He'll drill this one. Hops at the 21-yard line and goes into the hands of McCullough down the sideline, and he will get pushed out of bounds. Let's see where they push him out of bounds. Right in front of the Tiger bench. And around the 44-yard line, make it the 43 is where they'll spot it. 1st and 10 for the Waynesville Tigers with 1:55 ticking on the clock.
Okay, Marv, everybody says, well, now they're up 35. Why don't they get some of the other guys in? It's week 3. That's why. I mean, you got to get some semblance of order on offense.
You're right. We have to get some type of consistency. And there's a ball that's loose. Again, it popped out of the hands of the quarterback, Mike Lewis, and he fell on it and kept the Tigers from getting their 3rd turnover here in this football game.
Do you realize?
Actually got about a yard gain on the play.
That's only our 10th play this half. That's how they've controlled the clock.
Yep. And that's, again, like you said, that's what the Lebanon Yellow Jackets do.
Yes.
2nd down, about 9.5. Again, a half-yard gain on the play on the dropped snap by Michael Lewis. Handoff up the middle. This one goes to Richardson. And we're going to have some extracurricular activity over on the side, or I guess not on the sideline, but over on the left hash mark. To Waynesville Tigers, our Waynesville Tiger and Lebanon Yellow Jackets, some extra blocking. So I guess if you're a referee who threw the flag, you're going to have unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams.
Yep.
So they should be offsetting penalties.
They were both into it.
Personal foul. Lebanon, personal foul.
Yep.
Waynesville, offsetting penalties.
Okay, so
dead ball, personal foul.
So it's 3rd down now. We do not want to put these guys back on the field again, but it's 3rd and 8.
50 seconds left to go here in the 3rd.
And running.
Waiting for Michael Lewis to come off the sideline. There's 15 seconds left on the play clock. He's got Shane Butler-Lawson along with Eric Richardson in the backfield. Deuces to the left, one to the right. Lewis back to throw. He rolls to the outside. Got some running room, and there he goes to the 50-yard line, and he is going to be dropped, but he will pick up the 1st down, it looks like.
He had to get 8. Did he get him?
Let's see if they're going to move the sticks. That is, yes, they do, and that is going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. 35, Lebanon, 0 for the Waynesville Tigers. And we're coming back with the 4th quarter in just a moment.
The Retroplex at 512 Old Route 66 in St. Robert. A locally, family, and veteran-owned fun center with the emphasis on fun. Spend time together as family, with friends, or just hang out. Retroplex offers roller skating and laser tag, as well as a jungle gym and arcade. Plus, Toddler Town, a protected area for 3 and under. All for one admission price. Retroplex has a delicious variety of snacks, sodas, and more. Retroplex, the only place to be for family fun in the Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Wood area and beyond.
I'm here in the middle of the beautiful Ozarks.
I'm in one of the most exciting phases of my life.
But it's definitely time to relocate to a place of my own.
Somewhere I can power nap in peace.
Where I can have my buddies over anytime I want.
Somewhere close to where I need to be when I need to be there.
I wonder what my housing options are.
Alford Beatty Communities offers move-in ready 2, 3, and 4-bedroom homes in both single-family and townhome styles. Located in Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri, our residents enjoy a secure and comfortable hometown environment with the convenience of 24-hour maintenance, lawn care services, and community events. For more information, call Balfour Beatty today at 573-329-1013.
Well, we're back. We begin the 4th quarter of this football game. Waynesville down 35-0. We're going to have the mercy clock running. Lewis back to throw, and the ball is blocked. as he reared back.
I thought he was going to do that. The referee, I think, is going to call roughing the passer.
Well, he jumped up in the air, he hit the ball, knocked the ball down, and then took a shot at Michael Lewis. And so we're going to have a personal foul against the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. You're right, Shane. That's a good call.
Well, I mean, it was unnecessary.
Yes, it was.
It was just unnecessary. I mean, and I know that Coach Christian is not going to be happy about that.
That was senior Garrett Childers. Childers at 6'2" and 255 pounds, leaped up in the air, blocked the ball, and came down and then took a shot at Michael Lewis, who was right next to him. And again, like you said, he could have rolled out of the way, and not taken the shot. So that's going to be 15 yards, and they're going to move this thing all the way down to the Lebanon Yellow Jacket. Let's see there. He's spotted at the 33-yard line.
Whoa.
So 1st and 10 for the Waynesville Tigers in good field position. Maybe they can get something on the board here before this game is over. Make it look a little more respectable. Lewis back to throw. He'll tuck it. He'll roll to the outside. Throw it deep down the field. The pass is picked off by the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. And down the field again on the return is Shane Ashlock, and he'll get it all the way up to the 25-yard line. We have a penalty flag on the play at the 25 on one side of the field, and that is somebody's, looks like a piece of their equipment on the other side, maybe a towel. That is picked up.
I was going to say, that's an awful big flag.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were using towels as flags this year, but it did look like one.
So there was a flag.
It was illegal.
Illegal man downfield, and it was declined. So it is going to be 1st and 10 for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, and they will put it in play on the, I'm pretty sure that's, let's see, where did they spot they haven't spotted the football.
I think are they at the 26?
There it is. Yeah, there it is at the 26-yard line. Now the referee just put the football down.
Right.
The Waynesville Tigers are standing way on the other side of the field. They have no idea where that football was going to be placed.
Yeah, boys, it's on the right hash now.
There we go. 1st and 10 for Lebanon as time ticks away on the clock. Into the game for the Tigers is Ian Williams. We haven't called a lot of Ian's number tonight. We called it an awful lot last week. So Lebanon again working out of the flex. In motion is Cagley and handing the ball off, and another penalty flag, and I think we're going to have a face mask on the Waynesville Tigers, and this is going to be a 15-yarder.
Okay, now was that a new running back, number 2?
Yep. That was Jake Henson. Into the game, and let's see who. Oh, that's a hold on Lebanon. I thought that was going to be a face mask on the Tigers.
Either that or a head-to-head.
Yeah, it might have been a clothesline. So that's gonna back them up again.
Whatever, Mr. Henson got popped at the end of that play.
Yeah, he certainly did. He said, "I don't want that ball no more."
Oh, I don't know about that, brother. If you just came into the game, give it every time. Hit me again, harder.
So it's going to bring up a 1st and 15 for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Ball back now at the 20-yard line. Again, working out of the flex. Mobley, again, is the quarterback. In motion is K.O. Kagi. And handing the ball off up the middle.
They've done a good job on Kagi this half. Of course, that's the first time he's carried the ball. What I wanted to say is the wings, Ledbetter and Kagi, have no rushing yards at all this half. However, Wright has 73, and Mobley, their quarterback, has 30.
Quamir Wright and Mobley, Kurt Mobley, have been doing most of the work here in the second half of this football game. Now, Kagi does have a touchdown on a 14-yard reception from Mobley.
Right. Now they're in that tight formation.
2nd and 15. And here is Mobley back to throw, and he is going to be swallowed up at the 20-yard line by the Waynesville Tigers and dropped. He lunged forward for a couple of yards on the play after the Tigers hit him, but he had nowhere to go with that thing. The Tigers had the defenders or the receivers covered down the field.
And here comes back Mr. Wright on the field.
So they pick up 3rd and 12. Time ticking away, 8:20. left to go here in this contest. Again, next week we will be at Springfield Hillcrest. Our time a little after the hour, 9. We are KOZQ 102.3 FM, Waynesville, Missouri. Thanks for joining us this evening for Tiger Football. Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson, and we've got a timeout called by the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. So that will stop the clock at 8:02. Give us a chance to catch our breath. We'll be right back.
At Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge in St. Robert, we're here to serve you with outstanding sales and service. Whatever your preference, Chrysler Jeep Dodge, along with access to Ford and Chevrolet, all under one roof. At Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge, you'll also find the area's largest stock of used vehicles with over 300 to choose from, all clearly marked on windshields and online. See for yourself with a visit to Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 909 Missouri Avenue, St. Robert, or online at lindsay-chrysler.com.
Dr. Shane and Tabitha Ogle are chiropractors serving Waynesville and the surrounding areas. They and the rest of the team at Ogle Chiropractic are committed to providing chiropractic solutions to address your unique needs, whether you're experiencing back pain, neck pain, headaches, or even muscular tightness and tension. You may be searching for pain relief after an accident, experiencing an injury, or if you suffer from a specific condition like chronic back pain or a spinal condition. Even if you're looking to improve your overall health, Ogle Chiropractic can help you attain your everyday wellness goals. To schedule an appointment, call 573-774-4177. That's 774-4177.
Third down and 12 for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets on their own 24-yard line up the middle, and here goes Wright off of right tackle, and he is going to pick up a first down and then some all the way out to the 39-yard line. That is the 11th first down of this football game for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, and that will move the sticks.
And that was a big gain. That was a 15-yard gain. That put him 11 carries for 100 yards for this half.
And yeah, for this half.
Right.
Yeah,
well, I mean, he's out of the 25 plays that Lebanon run and maybe the 13 plays that we've run, he's run 11 of them. So, yeah, we just haven't had many plays in this half because this is what the Lebanon offense does. It takes the clock and the offense out of motion.
And again, here is Jake Henson, and he will go off of right tackle in there to spell Cormier. Okay. Henson takes a seat, and coming back on I think we've got another running
Rogers.
back. Yeah, Antonio Rogers coming on for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. After that gain of about 7 on the play, second down now and 3, the ball at the 46-yard line of Lebanon. Rogers alone set back in the backfield with 2 flankers, and here is Rogers going to take the handoff, and he is going to be swallowed up by the Waynesville Tigers. I think he gets enough. I think he just barely gets past the line of scrimmage. All he needed was 2. I think he picked up about 2.5, and that will move the sticks again.
Yeah, there's nothing changing with the play call. They're just doing the same thing. Now they've got another one in, and this is.
They're getting some. That's Henson. That's Henson back in there.
Yeah, Henson back in.
So I'm sure Cormier Wright is probably done for the night.
I would say so.
Here is the handoff, and again it goes to Henson, and he cuts up the middle and then cuts it back, fools a couple of the Waynesville Tigers, and he is going to pick up 9 on the play, maybe 9.5. That's going to be close to a first down. They're going to spot that at around the 39-yard line. They had to get it to, let's see if they move the sticks. Nope, they're not going to move the sticks. We are going to have an official timeout. We're going to stop the clock, and we're going to bring out the chains.
I think. Well, I'll tell you what, the way it looks, only thing for us to guess tonight, I say he got the 10.
I think you're right. We'll find out here soon.
Yes, we will.
But you're right, we haven't had a whole lot to. This not been a guessing game for anybody. It has been.
And that's one thing about these offenses, like I'm talking about with Lebanon. For us, this is probably the most boring game. Nothing exciting happening. For the Lebanon fans, it's exactly how you draw up your scheme. You want to do just what they're doing here. What have we had? Maybe We've had the ball maybe 4 or 5 times in the first half, maybe 3 times in the second half. They haven't had it much longer. They're just controlling the whole field. I mean, they started this drive, on the 22, and they've taken 3, 4, 5 minutes off a running clock, just pounding it.
They're half a yard short
right
of the first down, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and short now for the Jackets. Rogers back in the backfield again, and this one will be a handoff to Cale Kagi, and he will pick up the first down. Kagi inside the 40 down to around the 35-yard line.
Yeah, it took that 7 yards.
Under 5 left to go here in this contest as time is ticking away on the Tigers' 3rd game of the season. Waynesville will go to 1-2. The Lebanon Yellow Jackets to 3-0 on the season, and that will set us up for a road trip to Springfield Hillcrest next Friday night. We'll be there for you right here on 102.3 on your FM dial and get a chance to see the blue turf down at Hillcrest. Here's another quarterback into the game, and this is Rogers, who will be hauled down from behind almost on a horse collar.
Right.
Antonio Rogers will pick up about 6 on the play, make it 7. They'll spot this inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. I think that is, if I'm not mistaken, is that Isaac Ledbetter at the quarterback position?
Is it really?
Well, I wasn't sure. Unless he's...
it's somebody new. It's 13.
It's somebody new. That's Peyton Mitchell.
Okay.
He's a new quarterback in there for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Mitchell works under center. And the ball is dropped by the quarterback. He picks it up, and he gets positive yardage on the play. Even the muff plays are getting first downs for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Right. That one, again, dropped at the line of scrimmage on a bad exchange from the center to the new quarterback. He picks it up and lunges forward for about 3 yards on the play. Picks up the first down, 14 first downs now for Lebanon. The ball inside the 25 to the 23-yard line of the Waynesville Tigers. Lebanon I think they still have their first-string offensive line in there, but they have brought a new quarterback in. They've got some new running backs here in this contest, up 35-0 with the mercy clock running. Here's Rogers on the handoff. He cuts it off of left tackle, tried to high-step it into the middle. He is going to be wrapped up and tied up by the Waynesville Tigers. They drop him inside the 20, but he's still going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. Brings the 2nd and 5 for the Tigers.
Okay. Trying to get all these new names and faces in here to give them some stats, too. Let me guess. We got a new, is that number 2 again? Yes.
Yeah, back in is Jake Henson.
Right.
Running back. He is not as low to the ground as Quamir Wright is. And he will take the handoff, and he will get popped, and he will still lunge forward inside the 20, down to around, or inside the 15, actually, down to around the 13-yard line. And that is going to be enough for another first down as they move the chains again. That is 15 first downs. This drive, they have put together 5 first downs, this Lebanon Yellow Jacket team.
Exactly what the offense is supposed to do. I know I beat it into the ground, but this is exactly the way it's supposed to go on an offense like this. Total domination.
It is ball control at its best. Yes. There is no doubt. Under 2 minutes left to go here as the clock ticks. 1:45 left to go in this game. 35-0. Lebanon trying to stick another 6 on the board. Here's the handoff to Henson. The Tigers stick him at about the 10-yard line. So he's going to pick up about 4 on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd down now and about, they're only going to give him 3. So that brings up a 3rd down now and 7. Or is that just, I think that's second. Right. I think it's 2nd and 7.
I believe that's correct.
Tigers trying to keep this at 35-0 rather than letting Lebanon getting into the end zone again. And the Jackets taking their good old time. They're milking that play clock down to about 7 to 6 seconds before the quarterback gets under center, and he'll snap it with about 4 seconds left, and he'll take a knee.
That's what they're going to do.
That's what they're going to do. So again, the Lebanon Yellow Jackets they're still going to have to take one more knee. Right. Before this one comes to an end. So the Jackets go empty here in the fourth quarter, but didn't need any more. The Tigers go empty through all four quarters. And this thing will come to an end with a 35-0 butt kicking by the Lebanon Yellow Jackets over the Waynesville Football Tigers here in this contest. So again, one more knee is taken, and that should wrap this thing up here at Tiger Stadium as the last knee taken with 18 seconds left to go. And again, it's 35-0. The Lebanon Yellow Jackets beat the Waynesville Tigers. We'll come back and wrap it up here in a moment.
We're listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM, Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert, and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
It's time to bring the beauty of the outdoors in. More than ever, people seek natural elements to create balance and comfort at home. Smarter flooring options provide the ability to design places perfect for spending time with family and friends. Made in the USA and built on a proprietary Stabilitech core, Epic Plus Extreme Nature features longer, wider hardwood planks, perfect for open floor plans and creating visual impact. Proven for performance and long-lasting beauty, Extreme Nature makes a stunning visual impact on any room. Visit Buckhorn Flooring in Buckhorn today and see for yourself.
Attention, are you looking for a great place to work with new salaries and new bonuses and to be appreciated for compassionate care? Piney Ridge Behavioral, a treatment health center for adolescents, is hiring people with passion. Openings for youth care workers, RNs, LPNs, and licensed therapists with new sign-on bonuses. Applicants must be 21 and have a high school diploma or equivalent education. Contact Abby at 573-774-4034 for more information. Walk-in applications are accepted or apply online at Indeed.com.
51-0 last year in Lebanon, 35-0 this year in Waynesville, and both times the Jackets coming out on top, and this was not good from the second play from scrimmage for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, or for the Waynesville Tigers, as the Jackets' Kfbd went around the left side 75 yards to pay dirt. Again, their second play from scrimmage with 1:11 left to go in the opening quarter. Went up 7-0, and then after that, it was pretty much Lebanon playing ball control and utilizing the clock. Kurt Mobley, still in the first quarter, went in from a 1-yard run after Lebanon got the ball back in some pretty good field position after they forced a Tiger punt. In the second quarter, they recovered a fumble. 40 yards into the end zone for a defensive touchdown for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Made it 21-0 at halftime. And then Kfbd on a 14-yard touchdown reception from Kurt Mobley with 6:31 left to go in the third. And then with 2:12 left to go in the third after an interception, Mobley goes in from the 20-yard line. And that was pretty much the end of it, 35-0. 5 touchdowns and 5 extra points, all good. And the Lebanon Yellow Jackets just pretty much handle the Waynesville Tigers. 15 first downs for the Jackets, 9 for the Tigers. Penalties, again, low on the Waynesville Tigers. 4 penalties for only 35 yards in this. And the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, 9 penalties for 85 yards. So that's pretty much the stat sheet here. We'll come back and get Shane's stats, and then we'll wrap things up.
A lot of families are choosing vacations closer to home this year, but that doesn't mean you have to take the adventure out of your family fun. Odyssey Scuba wants to help you discover how much fun and how affordable scuba diving in Missouri can be. Local dive trips each month give you more choices of places to go and things to do. Check us out at moscuba.com or stop by Odyssey Scuba in downtown Waynesville to see for yourself all the adventure you could be having close to home. Odyssey Scuba. Let's go diving.
Does this sound like you? Or maybe your inner biker sounds like...
No matter what motorcycle motor is music to your ears, Shelter Insurance has a policy that's music to your wallet.
Shelter insures your fun stuff. Motorcycles to riding mowers, ATVs to RVs, bikes to bass boats. If it rides, rolls, or floats, we can cover it. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, Mike Anthony, your Shelter Insurance agent in Waynesville.
Stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
Back here, Marv Luton and Shane McPherson. The Waynesville Tigers' third week of the season probably have seen two of the best, if not the two best teams in the Ozark Conference. We'll have to see what West Plains and Camden are doing today, but the Tigers got spanked 39-12 by the Camden Lakers in their opening game of the season. Came back with a 30-7 win over Kickapoo last week, and today were just manhandled by the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, 35-0, and I'm sure the stats, Shane McPherson, certainly show it.
Oh, yes, sir, they do. We had, for the game, 133 total yards. We had 25 rushes for 65 yards. We had 8 for 18 as far as our completions for 68 yards, which gave us 133 total. On the other hand, Lebanon had almost 400 total, 387. For the run, they ran the ball 45 times tonight for 376 yards. They passed it once for 14 yards. Yeah, it was just the way that they draw it up to run this kind of game. For our fans and for these new kind of coaches, this kind of defense drives you crazy because there's really no pizzazz to it. It's just run and get after it, but it's been real effective. And Will's the only one that really runs this in this conference in this part of the state, so it's difficult to get ready for. But like we talked about, that top 3 tier, I'm trying to check out, some of our games here, I'm anxious to see kind of how that turned out. So
with Lebanon and with Camden and West Plains.
Yeah, and here they come. So they're saying right now that West Plains is 28-26 over Camden at Camden in the fourth quarter. That's pretty significant there. Of course, they've got ours. Let's see, Glendale at halftime. 62-0 over Springfield Central. That's going to raise them. They're probably going to go to number 1.
Yeah, okay, that has to be past halftime. Yeah, because
right.
I guarantee you that mercy clock's running.
Oh yeah. So then you got Rolla over Hillcrest in the fourth quarter, 35-14. Kickapoo over Parkview in the end of third quarter, 30-0. So the success is not over for us this year.
Oh no, not at all.
And I don't want the fans or the people that are listening on the radio to ever think that. That our hopes are gone. Just remember this. In this conference, we have 3 truly state-ranked, qualified teams to be in the top 5 in our conference. After those 3, it's like, okay, now the bottom 4 get the battle. And that's what we're going to do for the next 5 weeks is battle. And, you can never tell what's going to happen. Things start to come into place for us. The offensive line is a key issue that we've got to work on and get better with, but I got to tell you the truth, our heads were down that second half because basically we were just getting pounded.
And we're out of gas.
Yes.
And that's part of getting pounded. That you're wore out, and when you got guys playing both ways, and you're playing against some pretty big lads, and that's exactly what Lebanon was. They have some pretty big guys on that team, and they just pounded us. And again, so what do you take away from this thing?
Well, the first thing you got to take away is, as far as the positives, you got to take away this. You got to say, okay, we never quit. We held in there. Our defense played, as well as they could, but they've got to get off the field. Now, let's talk about the bad things. Everybody's got an offensive line. We're going to have to put in more work. We're going to have to learn how to get in the way. We're going to have to start creating some space because you've got one of the best backs in the state back there. And if you don't give him 4 or 5 guys, and that's what they're going to do to him all year long, Marv. They're just going to spy on him all year long. And until we can get some guys that can get in the way and stop that, that's when you're going to start to see it turn for us. And I can see it starting to turn for us next week because we're going to be up with a more, base level opponent. And we get some success in us, and those offensive linemen get some success and some confidence, then you start to see it start to change. So let's hope that starts to happen quickly.
Rather than later.
Later.
You bet.
Exactly.
All right, 4-hour engineer, Jim Brown, back at the station. Coach, good job. My partner, Shane McPherson, I'm Marv Luton. Thank you all for joining us for Waynesville Tiger football. Again, it's 35-zip Lebanon over the Tigers, and we will see you next week from Springfield Hillcrest. Have a great evening.
You've been listening to Waynesville Tiger football for 2019. Our game has been brought to you in part by Buckhorn Flooring, Balfour Beatty Communities, Lindsay Chrysler Dodge, Mailbox It, Ogle Chiropractic, Park University, the Piney Ridge Center, St. Robert Family Dental, Willard Asphalt, Pulaski County Home Health Agency, Earhart Properties, Sacaleras Ford, along with Air Serve Heating and Air, Andy's Pizza, Lowe's Chevrolet, and the Waynesville St. Robert Airport. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time with more Tiger football.